right, you guys ready for the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher? Smash! Smash! Got some free loot coming your way with the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. They got a big cash deal coming up. Yeah, next week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and this is not one of the national contests. You know, we have those national contests where, you know, it works among all of our radio stations in the company with listeners, you know, in different markets. But this is another one of those local contests, and we're going to call it the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. Why? Because we're smashing the hell out of high prices. Yeah, your chance to win a pile of loot up to $1,000.
Nice.
Yeah, so up to $1,000. It's going to start next week, and you just listen to the MJ Morning Show, and then you listen to Q105 during the rest of the day for your chance to win the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. Any questions?
I hear Snickers from Fester.
No, you see Fester eating Snickers.
You may smell Snickers on my breath, and that would be factual.
Yes. You look at his shirt. There's all kinds of brown stuff on it.
It's right here.
There are two options there. It's either Snickers or it's something else.
Or
brown marks all over his shirt.
Both. Or both. All right. I'm excited.
Hey, by the way, I do have Fester Snickers. That's the Fester Snicker right there. And this is Marlene laughing. Okay, so that's Marlene. And this is Fester snickering. All right, so any questions?
You know what? I probably have a bunch of questions, but I'll ask them as it gets a little closer to Inflation Smasher kickoff time.
Well, that's going to be on Monday. I mean,
I don't want to ask it at 6:02.
What are you going to call me at home on Monday night or Sunday night at
evening?
10:30?
Hey, listen.
I'm trying to do my own snicker over here.
Now you're snickering?
Yeah.
By the way, that was a very fake, forced, terrible snicker laugh.
Let me try again. Is that good?
Sounds like you have emphysema now.
You know, maybe we should start you on a regimen of cigarettes for a couple of months.
Just to build up to it.
Yeah. You work up to
that's great. Get Roxanne chain smoking just so we can get a good wheezy, snickery laugh.
How do you do that?
Hold on.
Yeah, here you go.
This is live. This is the taped one.
Yeah.
I can't tell the difference. Is it live or is it Memorex?
Nobody can tell.
No.
Nobody can tell. Yeah.
As you what?
As I seem to get larger and have more troubles breathing, it becomes easier and easier just to.
Oh, as there's more fat on your chest compressing your lungs?
I've always been a good wheezer.
That's an important thing to be.
Yeah, child asthmatic.
You should have been you were child asthmatic?
Oh, I had the inhaler pump.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was that kid.
You should have been in the band Weezer.
I should have been.
Yeah. You could have just done this during every song. Didn't Weezer do what? The Buddy Holly song?
That's
Hey, Andrew, bring up Weezer's Buddy Holly, please. In fact, I'd like to imagine if Fester were in the band Weezer.
Are they still together?
I have no idea. I thought I heard that they had a concert tour planned recently, and they might have canceled it because there was not a lot of people that were interested or something.
Or respiratory issues?
No, seriously, go to Weezer band. Okay, now hit news.
News.
Yeah, hit news. And Andrew, let me know when you have the Buddy Holly song by Weezer, would you please? All right. Yeah, I thought I saw something. Like, ironically, in the last couple of weeks, I thought I saw something where Weezer was planning a tour, but there might not be a lot of interest in it. Maybe I'm just imagining. All right, so hang on. Speaking of imagining, let's imagine if Fester were in the band Weezer. Hey, Andrew, what year is this from? The Buddy Holly song, what year was it? Go to their discography there, Fester, and then look. Tell me where the Buddy Holly song was. Was that like 2002? Well, hold on a minute. Buddy Holly was 94. Get
Yeah,
out
that
of
was
here.
a 90s song,
Are
man.
you serious? The
Yeah.
Buddy Holly song was 1994?
I saw Weezer down in
Get
Ybor
out.
City like in 1996 or
Holy
97.
crap. Wow, I was way off. All right, so let's imagine if Fester were in the band Weezer and he didn't play an instrument. He just wheezed during every song. All right, hit it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yes.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, right there. It's Weezer.
I love it.
Nice layered sound. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
four.
smashed, kind of very compressed, and not a lot of breathing space.
No.
Speaking of breathing space,
Old Rivers Cuomo has to rework that song
Yeah.
to fit into Wheezes.
yes, the needle doesn't move much on that. It just kind of just hangs there.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of it's like taking the Phil Spector wall of sound
Mm-hmm.
and like putting even like more concrete into the wall of sound is what it sounds like. All right, 6:07 at the MJ Morning Show. That was a weird show opening, huh?
Inflation Smasher coming up next week.
Yeah. The MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher, your chance to listen, call in, and win up to $1,000 here on the MJ Morning Show and on Q105, so stand by. I don't even need to say it. We got a very exciting show coming up. 6:07, just getting started here on a Wednesday. Got Pat with traffic back in a second. MJ Morning Show. another episode of, animals do the darndest things. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Cosby. Hey, Roxanne, I'm Bill. Why don't you come over here? I want you to reach into my toolbox and pull out some pills. Hey, Roxanne, you want a drink? Anyway, no, Bill Cosby is not part of Animals Do the Darndest Things. But, I've been sitting on these two items. They've just been sitting in my pile, and I just haven't gotten to them. I haven't squeezed them in yet. And I think one of these goes back to last week. But, animals do the darndest things. This was definitely from last week, and I just didn't get to it, but it's hysterical. That
Can you do it the entire time in that voice?
No.
Oh, the Bill Cosby voice all day? Absolutely.
Hold on, wait a minute. Just the story, or do the whole show in Bill Cosby?
Whatever you're up for, whatever challenge you think you
want
can
me to
take
get,
on.
You want me to get the creepy dead eye thing going on as well, or whatever?
I'm telling you, this is
going on with
PTSD.
him?
I saw him up close.
You know what? He's been really quiet.
Isn't he like 90?
Yeah, well, he's certainly somewhere in his 80s, but man, that whole Bill Cosby thing was a mess. Man, let me do the story here.
Okay.
All right. So I laughed. I thought it was funny. A seagull stole a guy's wallet out of the shopping cart in the parking lot of the grocery store. Just you stay away from my box of pills, all right? Don't
take my roofies.
So that's not funny. You shouldn't laugh at that. I mean, Bill Cosby was a disgusting cretin in what he did.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This happened in Massachusetts, and a guy, last I saw, this is last week, so they might have found the wallet already. I just haven't seen an update here.
Well, the seagull dropped it somewhere?
Well, listen, Massachusetts guy was offering a reward for the return of his wallet after a seagull grabbed the damn wallet outside of a grocery store. This is Noah Carberg of Nantucket. There once was a man from Nantucket.
Noah, he's from Nantucket.
Said that he made a trip to the Stop and Shop after fishing on Nantucket Island, or technically as it would be off of Nantucket Island. He said I was in a fishing shirt, board shorts, no pockets. Gave an interview to NBC Boston. Mr. Carberg said he placed his phone and wallet in the tray on the top of his shopping cart. By the way, those are disgusting.
Yeah.
Because you have parents that put the little kids in there, and they got all kinds of poopy diaper leaks and everything.
Ew.
That is disgusting. Grocery store shopping cart handles are disgusting. Even more disgusting might be that the little part, the top deck.
The flap.
You have the little plastic flapper. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, if you have a home swab kit, you go ahead and swab that, put it in your little Petri dish, and see what grows. It is going to be a fungus among us. It's going to be just nasty. Because the kids sit there, man, they're just snotting and pooping and just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, don't put your produce in that area.
Yeah. Do parents still, I guess they still put kids in there.
If they need it,
Well,
Yeah.
they're little kids.
Yeah. Anyway, so he puts his phone and his wallet on that little top plastic flapper area in the shopping cart at the grocery store, the worst possible, dirtiest, filthiest place. He says, I took the last couple of bags around to the back seat of the car, out of the cart, comes back to the shopping cart, and there's a seagull sitting on the cart right in front of me, grabs my wallet and flies off.
What, do you think it was like a sandwich or something?
Yeah. He captured it on video as the seagull made its way to the roof of a nearby car wash. And then the seagull started going through the wallet's contents. What is he looking for, a Visa or MasterCard to go charge some crap?
Just something he could buy something with?
Yeah, he's going to go to a lawn and garden center and buy some bird seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Tony Soprano's already there buying some duck feed or something. Wow. Is that amazing?
Well, at least he could see where the seagull went with it. You know what would really stink is if the seagull flew out over the ocean and then just dropped it in the middle of the ocean.
He said in the interview that it was like the gull had an agenda, tossed the cash, and went straight for my Amex. Come on.
All right.
I wonder what the birds aren't real people think of this story.
They think that the birds still aren't real. They're little robots who
All right,
are not trying to fund themselves.
Right.
This
and with an
dude-
agenda.
This dude wrote in a local Facebook group that anyone who finds the wallet can keep any cash that remains inside, and he's offering an additional $100 cash reward for the return of his license and cards.
What if I told you I think this whole story is this guy's imagination?
But there's
video.
video. Well, bring up the video.
Where's the video?
Just type in video. Seagull takes man's wallet.
Seagull.
Yeah, just bring up the video. Take a look.
Man's wallet.
Yeah. All right. Here you go. So play the video. I mean, I don't think it's a trained seagull, you know. All right. I hear
There's some money coming out of it.
Look at this.
Yep.
Look, the money's flying out of the
That's
wallet.
cash.
Look, this is the guy speaking. Seagull's got the wallet in his mouth. I don't think it's his.
All right.
I don't think it's his trained seagull. That he look.
There's some money coming out of it.
I'm just amazed that the seagull can carry. I know like a vulture or like a hawk or something can like grab a small dog out of your yard.
Okay, this is a wallet. It weighs as much as a small fish. I mean, this is a seagull. How much does the wallet weigh?
Well, listen, look at your wallet.
Yeah,
Your wallet weighs 4 pounds.
A seagull's not taking my wallet,
Right.
though, but a normal man's wallet that just has 2 cards and a couple of dollars
All right,
cash.
You still think this is a made-up story? I mean,
All
the
right.
seagull's on a roof.
I didn't see the video.
Across from the supermarket parking lot, the Stop and Shop. And the seagulls literally, there's money, there's actual currency. There are bills, like, I don't know, 10, 20, that's blowing across the roof as the seagull's trying to peck crap out of the wallet. Anyway, so that was in my pile from last week, and I thought I'd pair it with another story that I saw.
Oh, good.
And
Yeah,
that's-
package them together.
And that's how we get to, animals do the darndest things. I love this one. A groundhog climbed into a claw machine. So, you get the stories of the kids that somehow climb through the prize slot and they end up, it seems like every couple of years, there's some kid that weaseled his way up or her way up into the claw machine. The novelty machine with the metal claw where you got to grab the stuffed animals. You're sitting there, you put $37 in there. The claw just seems to be programmed to screw you over. I mean, a big old claw machine screw job.
I think that's one of those things that kids have to learn. They learn early on that life is going to screw you.
Well,
because they see all those toys in there and they're like, I want a toy. I want a stuffy. I want a stuffy. There it is. There it is. And they think it's within reach. And you're like, no, kid, it's just a ruse.
hey,
It's
I've
just a
told
ruse.
this story before. Fester, did I ever tell this story on this new iteration of the MJ Morning Show? When I say new, you realize we'll be here 4 years come this October 5th, if I make it that long, which is highly doubtful at
Very
this point.
questionable.
For numerous reasons. But 4 years almost for the return of the MJ Morning Show. Did I tell the claw machine story?
I don't think so.
I know I've told it before. Roxanne, exactly what you were saying about, those machines give kids a false sense of you got the world at your fingertips,
Yeah.
grab what you want. So the kids, I'm trying to remember, Julian was really, really small. Chloe, I think, was like 3 years old. Julian might have been just born, or Julian was literally months old. We were in the Jacksonville area. We were driving, and I think we had driven up north. I might have been in Virginia.
Okay.
So we're coming back to Florida, and we're on I-95, and this is outside of Jacksonville. It might be just before we're going to shoot over to I-10, then to get over to I-75 to come back down to Tampa. So we go to a Denny's, And I remember this, right off of I-95, somewhere maybe a little north of Jacksonville, somewhere maybe around the 295 bypass up there. And we get off, and there's a Denny's, like right off the exit. And we walk in, and they have the vestibule area, and they had one of these claw machines inside the Denny's area. And Chloe's like, Daddy, I want... And you see these bright stuffed animals, and the kids go bonkers, and Chloe wants one of these toys. I'm like, Chloe, these machines are a ripoff. These machines are designed and programmed so you don't win. I'm trying to teach her a life lesson. She might have been 3 or 4 years old, right? And I'm trying to say, Chloe, Daddy is not going to put money into the machine and lose a whole lot of money and end up with nothing. And I said, you know what? Let me grab a quarter. So I grab a quarter, and I put it in the machine. I'm like, Chloe, look, I want to show you that just because these nice stuffed animals are inside and you put money inside and you got to operate the claw. And she was like throwing a little tantrum, like, I want it. And I'm like, all right, let me demonstrate. So Michelle agreed with me. All right, let's show her how you put the quarter in, the claw like just misses, or the stuffed animal looks like it's grabbed and then it slips out. So I go for and I'm like, okay, which one do you want, Chloe? And I think it was a penguin. It was a big, giant penguin. So I put the quarter in, line the thing up, and I'm like, look, Chloe, the money's in the machine, and look how we're not going to win anything. We're going to walk away with crap. So I operate the claw. I drop the claw on top of the penguin's head. It was in the corner. The claw picks up the penguin. I'm like, oh, no, the claw's got the penguin.
We're going to win.
Dragging it over to the drop slot. And I'm like, I'm waiting for the penguin just to fall out. It doesn't. We win the giant penguin.
That's great.
So,
see, there are winners.
My lesson was blown to hell.
Oh,
so the groundhog climbed in one?
Yeah, so that's why we're doing the story.
This is a very Punxsutawney Phil.
Guess what?
What?
This happened in Pennsylvania.
Of course it did.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
Where else?
A groundhog climbs into one of the claw machines with the stuffed animals, and it happened in Pennsylvania. It climbed inside of a machine at the Meadows Family Fun mini golf course in Duncansville, Pennsylvania.
That sounds like a great time.
Get out of here. Yeah, it's Punxsutawney Phil in the freaking claw machine. Daddy, I want that very realistic looking groundhog stuffed animal in there. Unbelievable.
How much do you know about groundhog? Are they vicious animals?
Oh, I think they can bite the living crap out of you.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I don't
Probably
know.
give you rabies as well. So that's this edition of Animals Do the Darndest Things. Come here, Roxanne. Take a sip of this drink.
Oh,
All right.
no.
All right, 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news. Next, here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. is the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 641, early morons in the news. What are you looking at, Fess? It looks like you're looking at a potential moron story right now.
I don't know any details on it. One of my favorite follows.
Oh, my God.
Hold on.
What is going
It
on
gets
with
better.
that truck? Oh, what the hell?
So one of my favorite.
What are you watching?
My two favorite follows on Instagram, first of all, is Certified MJ Radio.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Certified MJ Radio. I got in trouble on Instagram yesterday.
With who?
With Instagram.
Would you put some nudies up?
I am in trouble.
So
I'll explain later on, but no, seriously, I got a spanking. I got spanked by Instagram Bad boy. Bad MJ. I'll explain. All right, so what are you looking at
So
here?
my other favorite follow is only in Florida
Right.
with 2 A's at the end. And this shows a heating and cooling company van in a Fort Walton Beach. Looks like a Shell station.
Up in the panhandle.
Yeah, and he rams into the
My God.
the yellow poles. What are they called?
Bollards.
Bollards.
So he runs into the bollards that are protecting the gas station canopy supports. And a lot of times they'll put those like concrete bollards
In front of doors.
or in front of like 7-Elevens, Wawas.
Yeah.
So with all of the people that are driving to these convenience stores and pulling right out in front, listen, you got a higher risk of somebody hitting the gas instead of the brake and driving over the sidewalk, smashing through the front of the convenience store. So that's why you see a lot of those bollards in the ground to protect it. So gas stations, you'll see the bollards around gas pumps so people can't smash into the gas pump islands. Yes, Rox.
Isn't bollards also an English swear word? Like, oh, bollards.
No, that's bollocks.
Bollocks. That's right.
Yeah, bollocks. Bollocks. Yeah.
But you say bollocks when you slam into a bollard.
I thought you were going to say, isn't Bollards a department store? All right.
Like
Could
a
be
design,
too,
a
yeah.
design store, isn't
It
it?
sounds like it.
Yeah.
No, that's
Ball-
that's Ballard.
Oh, Ballard's
That's
design.
Ballard Design.
So this looks like a Nissan high-top AC van, a heating AC company, HVAC company.
Oh, my God.
Runs into the yellow poles, and then he backs up and races through the gas station and plows into a lamp, a street lamp.
A light pole, a street lamp, a big, huge, like
Concrete.
35-foot street lamp. The guy smashes into that, blasts that out of the ground.
I don't know what to expect from the audio.
What's going on here? This is insane. That is the audio.
The economy of the airport.
Hold on, I gotta close a couple of windows
you got
here.
12 things opened up, dude.
All right, hold
How
on.
many things are you playing?
It's all right.
All right, so the heating and
Judy,
air
put it up.
conditioning repair van, look, it's 244 heat or 244 cool.
Those are good numbers.
Those are the phone numbers for this.
Is there any audio?
Let me see. Oh yeah. All right, roll it back. So initially, the van smashes into these bollards at the front support for the canopy, for the big canopy over the gas station with multiple islands. But does he also smash into that black SUV? Because you see a guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, look, he also pushes the black SUV.
So he hits the SUV and the bollard at the same time.
Yes, and then a guy jumps out of the SUV, and then the guy drives across the parking lot and then smashes into this huge light pole. Oh, my God. Hey, Andrew, you got to get this from Fester and put this up on our website at mjmorningshow.com in As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. All right, folks, give us a couple of minutes, and you got to see this video. Give us a couple of minutes, and we'll have this posted on mjmorningshow.com. And then near the top of the page, look for As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. All right, let me hear the audio from the beginning.
All right, he's going to reset right here.
All right, here we go. All right. Oh, my.
Shit.
Oh, hang on. The guy just said, holy. All right,
He's right.
I play it again, and I'll bring the audio down because I might have just lost the impact. But the first noise here is the impact. Listen.
Oh,
Fester, go to the beginning.
I'm trying.
I want to get the impact. I want to get the smash again. I almost had the holy bleep on the air again. Right there. So one more time. Reset it one more time, and you got to get to the audio quickly. Turn on the speakers and go. And go. Oh, man. Smashes into the bollards, the car, and then the thing takes off. What is going on? Do we have any explanation?
No, all this is a 10-second video online.
Here, speeding off. Look at this. Oh, my God! Oh my God!
Oh, my gosh, that's
This
crazy.
is insane. What is this? Must have been the guy's last day on the job. I'll tell you that. What with this? And the whole front of the, what is that? You said it's a Nissan.
That looks like, you can tell by the big front hood, it looks like a Nissan work van with a high top
Right.
clearance so you can put,
Oh my
you can stand up in
God.
it.
The whole front of the van is like a giant V. He smashed in the entire vehicle. I'm amazed the thing is still running, the whole front of the vehicle. Here, listen again. This is him driving into the light pole across the parking lot. Listen to this one. Here he goes. What?
So it's on this Instagram follow only in Florida with two A's.
This is Fort Walton Beach.
Yeah.
Which is up in the Panhandle. Oh, my God.
But this Instagram page puts up crazy video from all across the state.
This must have been some kind of road rage deal. I wonder if the black SUV took the gas pump that the heating and cooling repair van wanted, and that prompted the guy to go all crazy, like, the movie Falling Down.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's what this is like.
It seems like
It's nuts.
That is unbelievable. Hey, speaking
Got a nice segue?
Speaking of convenience stores and gas stations, and we talked about Buc-ee's yesterday.
Yes.
Why did we bring up Buc-ee's yesterday?
I don't know.
The freeloading deal.
Oh, yeah.
Hey kids, we're having a weekend outing. Fester's idea of a weekend outing is getting the kids in the car and driving 2 hours to a Buc-ee's destination convenience store.
Someone sent me a DM and said that they get bored at Disney World and they go to Buc-ee's, that's their treat to themselves.
We had
they
a
leave
caller
halfway.
who said that's not uncommon, Rock.
Okay.
You're absolutely right.
So listen to this. Marijuana and ecstasy found inside Buc-ee's plush toys during a traffic stop in Texas.
Oh, wow.
Does Buc-ee's sell plush Buc-ee beavers?
Oh, my God. They have a department store in there of Buc-ee items.
How stupid of me.
Yeah.
A Texas deputy found multiple drugs inside a stuffed animal during a recent traffic stop. According to the Fayette County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Cody Williams, man, that's a Texas deputy sheriff's name if I ever heard one, executed a traffic stop, didn't execute the driver, executed a traffic stop on Interstate 10, I-10. The driver, a 47-year-old man from San Antonio, gave the deputy permission to search the vehicle. During the search, he's probably saying, he'll never find my drugs. He'll never find my ecstasy and ganja inside the Buc-ee's beaver stuffed animal toys. During the search, the deputy smelled marijuana emitting from the car and then started sniffing around and started sniffing the Buc-ee's beaver stuffed animals. And then it was a big smell of marijuana coming from Buc-ee's butt. All right. so the deputy finds the drugs all jammed up in the plush toys in the back seat. Yeah, the logo for Buc-ee's, this popular chain of convenience stores, is a beaver in a
red shirt,
red cap.
Okay,
it says red cap.
Okay, red cap,
a red baseball cap. So when Deputy Williams inspected the plush toys, he found that they were restitched with packages of marijuana inside and also ecstasy, 2 pounds of pot and ecstasy. And then at that point, the driver claimed that he was suffering from chest pain. And he tried to pull the old, I need 911, help me. I'm having a medical episode.
He probably was after realizing he was getting busted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's not going to get you. You know how many people pull the old, the medical emergency deal? If they're pulled over or they're in trouble with the cops, they think that the medical emergency claim is going to get them out of their legal jam. Get out of here. Anyway.
So this guy turned beaver into a mule.
Drug mule.
Apparently so. So, yeah, exactly.
Let's go to Buc-ee's on Labor Day weekend, man. You have 3 days off. Let's go, man.
Dude,
you don't understand. I can't believe you are such a worldly guy and such a narrow guy at the same time.
I am not taking my Labor Day weekend and driving to a gas station.
What are you going to do? Sit at home in your underwear with your hands in your pants? Come on, let's go. We'll have fun.
Dude, I am not.
We'll bring the old ladies.
my wife. Dude, my wife does not want to drive to a gas station that sells beef jerky, okay?
I bet you she'd be down. They sell everything.
All right.
You don't understand.
6:51 at the MJ Morning Show. The famous 7 o'clock hour starts in minutes. And, of course, that's where we launch an hour and 20 minutes of Nonstop MJ. It's an hour and 20 minutes plus. It's usually like an hour and 24, hour and 25, hour and 26. It's always more than an hour and 20 minutes of Nonstop MJ, and that's on the way. We've got Roxanne, and, she wants attention again. We'll explain.
That's what
Yes.
you always
Oh,
think.
I-
I could have done it a different way that would really be attention grabbing.
We missed something yesterday.
What did we miss?
We missed something big yesterday. How the hell, among all of us, how did we miss this?
National Left-Handers Day?
What did we miss yesterday? I'll explain next, but I'm going to make up for it.
Okay.
All right? And that's next. Find that in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Are typically on top of things here, folks. It is 7:01 at the MJ Morning Show. MJ, Fester, Roxanne, Andrew in the producer's booth. I am MJ, and of course, welcome to the MJ Morning Show here for our Wednesday edition. The soothing sounds of Bittersweet Symphony. It's always a very relaxing song. You know what? If you're road raging, if you're like totally going mental and you're losing your freaking mind, and we've had some of those cases, we've got two insane like road rage stories from the Tampa Bay area just yesterday. Can I suggest something? Just put that song on. Just, bring up Bittersweet Symphony on your phone. If you're feeling like totally bonkers, that will relax you. It's like, taking a sedative if you put that on. Just a very relaxing, soothing sound, the strings of the Bittersweet Symphony. Anyway, the stories of the road rage cases, one in Tampa and one here in Pinellas County. We'll get to those in the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show coming up In about 24 minutes or so, we start an hour and 20 minutes of Nonstop MJ. Folks, do you realize this? Every morning around 7:25, so that's just 23 minutes away, we go for an hour and 20 minutes with no music, no commercials. We are nonstop content every single morning. And, of course, our content is the best in the Tampa Bay market, hands down, bar none. I missed something yesterday, but also I'm disappointed with you hacks.
Oh, no. What did us hacks do?
Festa, you missed it. Roxanne, you missed it. Hey, Andrew, you're Mr. Anal in there. How did you miss this?
Well, listen, let's not talk about his personal preferences and, but what was
What you say?
What'd you call him? What'd you call
I said
him?
Mr. Anal.
Right.
Dude,
This is-
stop.
this isn't a lifestyle
stop,
show.
Stop. Do you guys have any idea what we missed yesterday? And listen, I have no problem. We have most crap covered pretty well. We do a good job. Pound for pound, I think we're the best. I know we are. We're the best in the market, pound for pound, in just getting a lot of content on and entertaining our listeners. But yesterday we dropped the ball.
Well, not everything makes the show. So what is it?
Was it National Left? It was, I think, was it yesterday, National Left-Handers Day? But don't worry. I covered it on middays. Don't worry.
No. Oh, so you probably missed National Left-Handers
Yeah.
Day. First of all, I hate those
I know you
national
do.
days. I hate national this, national that, national yabba dabba doo day. I mean, whatever the hell.
This is a right-handed
that?
world. It's tough for left-handers. So
Listen, that's not what I'm talking. There was a local day yesterday that we totally missed.
Yeah, I know what it was. And I thought it was so cheesy that it was worth not talking about.
yeah, I think you're cooler if you don't talk
in the
about it.
years that we've done it, this isn't something we've acknowledged in the past.
That's what I said to myself, actually, to make myself feel better.
Yeah.
So yesterday, this is last night.
Yeah.
It was so dumb. I saw news articles about it later
Yeah.
in the day,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, I knew this at 5 a.m. when I woke up, but this is so stupid. We're not going to talk about it.
I was going to send it to you, but I thought you would think this is cheesy.
It is cheesy. It is total cheese. I guess I was questioning whether we should have mentioned it, and then I'm watching TV last night. I'm flipping through. I like to go through the local news channels and just see what's going on. What are they covering? You know. And I see on a couple of the news channels, and today is 813 day, because yesterday was 813-24, 8/13/24, 8 being the 8th month being August, yesterday the 13th day of August, so 813. And, of course, 813 is the area code for Tampa. And then also, a couple of weeks ago was 727 day.
Nobody mentioned that.
Yeah, where the hell was 7?
Well, that was a Saturday, wasn't it?
I don't know. Was 727 a Saturday?
I think it was.
All right. And then 727, July 27th, 727, of course, the area code for Pinellas County.
Well, next month is going to be on September 41st. Is going to be 941 day.
September
It's so stupid.
41st.
Yeah.
941, that's the Bradenton and Sarasota.
And then on March 52nd,
Right.
we celebrate 352 day. I mean, it's just so. I bet the majority of our listeners got it.
863 day.
It's
Yeah.
813 day.
And then,
So
and
stupid.
then wait a minute. Tampa has that new area code.
Right? What day is that?
That
it
is
a 5?
That's 656. So it's June 56th.
Hey, happy June
It's-
56th, everybody.
Does anybody have a 656 area code? I have not called a 65. If you don't know this, folks, like a year and a half ago, hey, Andrew, can you bring up that Mark, our parody guy, Magic Mark? Mark did a 656 parody jingle for us, and I stopped playing it because nobody knows what the hell 656 was. There was a big story. Oh, Tampa's getting a new area code. We're running out of 813s, so we got to add a new area code. And Tampa got this crappy 656 area code.
How is it a crappy area code?
It's crappy.
It's just different.
It's crappy.
It has double numbers in it.
Crap. Where's the 666 area code? That's what I want to know.
Hell's Canyon.
It is. All right. So it's in Helena, Montana. All right. So, hey, Andrew, do you have the jingle? See if you can find that Magic Mark. Hang on a minute. Yeah, here it is. But I don't know anybody that has a 656 area code. Is there anyone listening right now? Is there anyone listening that has a 656 Tampa area code? Call us right now from your 656 number. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. I don't know anyone with a 656. I have not called a 656 area code for anything.
No.
Here it is.
What's the matter with the code I'm using? 'Cause they say that it's out of style. Now I've got to use 10 digits, baby, every time that I want to dial. Maybe I'm just too sentimental, but 656 is too detrimental. Everybody's talking about the new code, honey, but it's still 813 to me.
He has a lot of time on his hands. Really.
Magic, you know,
That's a good one.
I haven't heard from Magic Mark in a while. I hope he's okay. Hey, Magic Mark, can you send us proof of life, please?
Just say hello.
Just send us a picture with you holding today's. Oh, actually, this will work because the Tampa Bay Times only publishes on Wednesday and Sunday, so he can hold up a today issue of the St. Pete Times or Tampa Bay Times with today's date on it.
Yeah.
Magic Mark, our parody guy, can you please show us proof of life because I haven't heard from you in a while. All right. So 813 day was yesterday, and I forgot about it.
Who cares?
Yeah, you know what? But I said that to myself. You know what? It's so cheesy. You know, 813 day. And then I saw it covered on the news last night, and there's some specials out there for 813 day. But then I try to talk myself into it that it's such a cheese ball that I'm glad I didn't talk about it because it would have reduced our hipness level by at least 39%.
I'd like to welcome all of our friends from Central Pennsylvania and wish them a happy 814 day.
Well, hold on.
814 day.
Did you find it?
Yeah,
Is it tomorrow?
I looked it up. Central Pennsylvania.
Dude, what do you think I have right here? That's what I have.
Two brains. We
Listen
think
to this.
like
So
814 day.
I'm going to make good because today is 814 day. And the 814 area code is located in Pennsylvania and covers northwestern and central parts of the state. It includes the cities of Erie, State College, Pennsylvania, and Altoona.
Hey, listen, let's just round out the week with a nice, big, happy 815 day to Joliet
Where's that?
in Illinois.
Northern Illinois, not including Chicagoland.
815 day. All right, so we're going to make good. The fact that we skipped and forgot 813 day, we'll do, it's 814 day, we'll do 815 day,
Hold on.
816 day,
Yeah.
817 day.
816.
Hey,
Kansas City.
816.
816 is Kansas
Kansas
City.
City barbecue specials on 816 day.
I know that 818 is the valley out in California, out in the
that's right.
San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles County. That's 818. All right, let me grab some calls here. Yes,
We had calls on 813 day?
every line.
About what? Are we giving something
No,
away?
no. I asked if anyone has a 656 number.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. I didn't know.
Hi, good morning. Every line is jammed here at 7-11. Oh, it's
Hey,
7-11.
it's 7-11
Hey, it's
day.
free Slurpee
Ding,
day.
ding, 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 ding.
And remember, I shot that video on my Instagram with Chloe freeloading a free Slurpee on 7-11 day.
Roxanne, look it up. Is 7-Eleven an area code somewhere?
No, there's no 711.
No.
No. There's no
Oh,
711.
because it makes too close to 911. I don't know. I'm asking.
Wes is in South Tampa. Hey, Wes.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Do you have a 656 number?
I do.
Holy crap. When did you get a 656 area code for Tampa?
So I've had 813 on my cell phone for the past over 20 years, but I was getting an influx of scam calls, 10, 20 calls a week.
Oh, geez.
So I just went to Verizon and said, hey, look, I want to get the new area code and switch my number. And because I thought a lot of people might not have that yet since it's new. And, yeah, it went from, like I said, 10 or 20 calls a week to 0.
Oh, so you're getting 0 scam calls now with the 656 area code.
Well, yeah, because the number hasn't been circulated around.
No, I get it. I get the premise, but no, that's good to know. So you're happy you switched from 813 to 656?
Yeah. Thing is, when you call someone from the 656, it's Plant City, so everyone thinks you're in Plant City.
Gotcha.
You call-
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with being in Plant City at the Fred's Marketplace buffet, shoving my face with fried chicken.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, thanks, Wes. Appreciate it. Let's grab Ontario in Tampa. That's your name, Ontario?
Yes, sir, it is.
I love it. All right, Ontario, go ahead. Do you have a 656 area code?
I have a 656. Hey, MJ. Hey, Roxanne and Fester. So sad a Froggy's not even there.
Yeah, so are we.
Yeah, I'm still contemplating arson on this place, but that's a whole different story.
What's up, Ontario?
So go ahead, Ontario.
Hey, I had it since January, and I got it from Spectrum. So they've been giving out this number like crazy, man.
Gotcha. So Spectrum 656. And Ontario, has it been working out for you?
Yeah, I don't get any phone calls, no scams or anything.
All right, good. All right, so that
Yeah.
seems to be that with the new area code, it hasn't been circulated yet among all the the spam callers. Ontario,
Hey,
thanks
Ontario, Ontario, hey, listen.
Hey,
April 16th, happy 416 Day, the primary area code
Toronto.
for Ontario.
Toronto. Look at that.
Hey, Ontario.
Son, listen to a funny thing. You know where I'm from?
Where are you from?
Don't even say it.
Rochester.
You're from Rochester. Rochester.
Rochester, New York.
There you go.
That's the funny part.
I had a college roommate from Rochester.
All right.
Thanks, Ontario. Have a great day. Sandy and Brandon. Look at that. Every line is jammed here with Sandy. Brandon, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi.
Do you have a 656, Sandy?
Yes, I do. I just got it last month. My phone broke, and I had to get a new phone number. They wouldn't let me have my old phone number.
Well, hold on. If your phone breaks, you get a new phone. Why do you have to get a new phone number?
They said I couldn't have my old phone number back, so they gave
Wait. Who's they? Which company?
Straight Talk.
Straight Talk. All right.
Okay. I believe Straight Talk.
Now, are you calling on Straight Talk right now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, they obviously use the infrastructure of either T-Mobile, AT&T, or Verizon, because all those like off-brand, no names, they're using the equipment and they're just buying capacity from the other companies. So, Sandy, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Let me grab Christopher and Sefner. Hello, Christopher.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We are great. Do you have a 656 area code?
Calling it right now from this phone.
And which cell carrier do you use?
AT&T. I went and got a new business line, and they gave me the 656. Said 813s were all done.
Oh, wow. Hey, you sound fantastic on your 656, my friend.
Well, thank you very much.
Christopher,
You guys are great. Thank you.
thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Last one, Bertha. Oh, I love when a Bertha calls the show. Bertha in Riverview. Now, Bertha, there is no way you're under the age of 50.
No.
All right, so you're because I don't there are no millennial or Generation Z Berthas.
No, there isn't.
Well, Bertha, and welcome to the program. Go ahead.
Thank you. I had a 656 number 3 months ago. I got a new phone for Verizon for my son. And immediately the next day I called them when I figured out the number was a 656 number. They found me an 813 number. My child is autistic, and that would totally throw him off.
Oh, man. So they gave you a 656 and then you found out you had a 656 and it was going to screw up your autistic son. So you had them give you an 813 number.
Yes, they looked for one and got one. Now, if you go on their website and you're trying to add something like a new line, sometimes it'll give you 813s, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So they're out there.
Yep.
It's just that they immediately give you that 656 number.
Gotcha. Thank you,
Or
Bertha.
727.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Bertha, thank you for
Thank you.
listening. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bertha. All right, there we go. So, again, I'm sorry for missing. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry for missing 813 Day yesterday. I'm not at all. It's cheesy as
Good.
hell. All right, 7:17 at the MJ Morning Show. We got late on that, but man, every line filled up. Asking for who the hell has a 656 number. All right, we start an hour and 20 minutes of Nonstop MJ next. Over 1 hour and 20 minutes on the way. I'm in trouble with Instagram. I got slapped by Instagram
What did you
with
do?
something I posted last night
Naughty boy.
on Certified MJ Radio. I'm a bad boy. And Roxanne wants everyone to look at her latest
Okay.
bikini photo.
I mean, she did
Stop
come. You
it.
showed it to both of us before the first segment was over.
Exactly.
Before
So,
the show started, you're showing
what
it.
else did you want me to wear?
ladies and gentlemen, just shorts and a T-shirt.
Oh,
So,
a wet T-shirt? That's salacious.
Roxanne and her latest bikini shot. What is she doing? We'll explain, and a whole lot more. I mean, we've got 36 other things that are coming up. So don't move. We start an hour and 20 minutes Nonstop MJ next. Recorded that on his shoe in his office. Craig Latimer, Hillsborough County Supervisor of Elections. I would like to invite you to my professional studio to record those commercials. Absolutely free of charge. Would love to have you in here.
From the Kemp Law Group Studios, 104.7 WRDQ, HD1, Tampa, a Beasley Media Group station.
That's right. This is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Starting 0 songs in a row. Pew, 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 pew. Zero songs in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting 1 hour and 20 minutes plus of Nonstop MJ right now.
You give us an hour and 20 minutes, we give you 0 songs.
I love it. You give us an hour and 20 minutes. We'll give you 0 songs.
Although,
yes,
I will say, my son Hudson requested "Take on Me."
Oh, that played.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
That played at 6:16 this morning.
It's his
that was for him?
It's his
Yeah.
favorite song. He loves
Have
it.
you showed him the video from 1985 with the whole the live action turning into the stop action animation? Did you have you showed him that video?
2 weeks ago, he came into the morning show, and driving in early in the morning, it came on Q105, and he's singing it like he knows every word. And I'm like, who the hell is this kid that knows all this? And he listens to Q105 all the time. And then I say, when we get home today, I'm showing you the video.
Awesome.
Couple things. Super Mario is why your son loves it, because Take on Me was in the Super Mario movie.
You're right.
It's there. Our music is in so many current movies. My kids love Q105 music, and I was just having a phone conversation in the hallway with another coworker at another station who said he loves our music.
Oh, yeah, listen, the Q105 music, this is the music I grew up
best
on.
music.
You listen to some of the crap that's out there. Now, there is some new music that I really do like, but by and large, the 80s has the greatest density of good stuff.
Just get you that
Yeah.
mood, sing-along mood music.
There's no doubt about it. Hey, by the way, folks, I need you to identify right now what this is. Now, if you were listening to the show first thing this morning, you heard me identify what that is. That is the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. We are smashing the crap out of high prices and inflation starting next week, right here on the MJ Morning Show and on Q105. We're going to bring out the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. Everything's gotten more expensive. You know, they try to say, oh, inflation is easing, but the prices are still ridiculously high. You know it. I know it. So we're bringing back the free money. This is a local-only contest. This is only Tampa Bay Q105 listeners. You have a shot to win up to $1,000 multiple times a day by playing the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher game. Yeah, this is an interactive game. You call in and you get to activate the Inflation Smasher to see how much money is in the glass little locker. And then you smash the glass on the Inflation Smasher, and then we see how much money's inside. And it's up to $1,000. And it all starts next week with the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher here on Q105. So you smash the glass, almost like, you know, to pull the fire alarm, you smash the glass.
Yeah.
Or to grab the fire extinguisher, you smash the glass. In this case, you're not going to pull the fire alarm. You're not going to grab the fire extinguisher. You smash the glass. And then you reach inside and see how much money's inside.
Sounds like an opportunity for you to play a lot of sound effects.
Oh,
It really does. It really does. You're going to have fun with
Yeah,
this.
hands down. So I'm excited. So the MJ Morning Show, Q105 Inflation Smasher starts next week on Monday right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. I got in trouble with IG.
Ooh.
I'll explain coming up in just a bit. First, though, and we have a lot of, so we had a couple of road rage stories locally yesterday that are unfreaking believable, making national news. That's great. That's all we need is road rage and the Tampa Bay area making the national news. Let me deal with those, and then we'll deal with your bikini. All right, the first one, Roxanne wants everyone to see her in a bikini. Everyone wants to.
That's not the impetus. That wasn't why I did that.
What'd you say about impotence? What? You said what?
That's what you feel like if you're a dude who gets in one of those.
Who's impotent? All right, so here's the deal. The first one is this nut job that got tossed out of a strip club on Strip Club Alley on Adamo Drive, Fester.
Yeah.
I mean, this maniac is in a tractor trailer and drives into the front of the strip club trying to run over the manager that tossed him out and ends up not hitting the manager, but hit an innocent bystander and killed the guy. What? This is on Adamo Drive.
I mean, middle of the day, you go to a strip club for a nice Tuesday afternoon and you get hit by a semi-truck.
You know, I've never been to the Emperor's Gentlemen's Club at 5718 East Adamo Drive. This happened.
Wait. The Emperor has no clothes.
Well, I believe they're full liquor there, so there's some clothes. It's not full nude because, if you serve alcohol, you can't be full nude. But this is nuts. This dude is in custody after he killed a guy.
That's awful.
You have critical injuries and killed a guy. According to the release from the Tampa Police Department, TPD went to the Emperor's Gentlemen's Club around 4:19 in the morning yesterday. Police said that a bystander was killed after the 25-year-old tractor-trailer driver. So this was the tractor part with no trailer. So he just had the tractor.
The big rig. The rig.
The big rig up front without the trailer. And he got tossed out. 25-year-old driver was inside, got kicked out of the club, and then came back with the tractor part of the tractor trailer.
It's called a rig.
And drove the big rig through the group of people standing at the entrance. He hits the building, runs over people. I mean, this is absolutely insane. What the living bleep is going on here? So this guy is going to be charged with murder.
Yeah.
Murdering a person was run over that was not even involved with this guy getting kicked out of the Emperor's Gentlemen's Club.
I mean, he gets a life sentence, right?
He should.
Oh, this could easily be life sentence. He's being charged with first-degree murder because this is premeditated.
Yeah.
Because you had time to get kicked out of the club, go back to your big rig, seethe,
calm down, and leave, and nothing would have happened.
And then comes back. That becomes premeditation. It's not like an instantaneous snap where you murder somebody.
Which wouldn't be warranted in this case either.
That would be a second-degree murder charge or a manslaughter charge, depending on what prosecutors would go for. But this is premeditated. This becomes first-degree murder, trying to run over the manager that threw you out of the strip club on Adamo Drive? What is going on here? All right, so that's insane story number 1, road rage, Tampa Bay yesterday. That's the Hillsborough road rage story in Tampa. All right, then we have the other one. We have this maniac that crushed a lady in between her car and his car. I mean, this is more insanity. Hermeria Holy Cross, I'm guessing it's Jermeria. It's Germeria, or is it Hemeria? Holy Cross was driving on US 19 in Largo. All right, we're just getting the details now. So this story is actually a couple of days old. She's driving on US 19 in Largo, and a guy in a Jeep Wrangler. I wonder if he had all those doofus ducks on the dashboard as well.
He probably did.
Or does that reduce your road rage if you're a Jeep driver with all the little rubber duckies on the dashboard? I got to be honest. The ducks are just, if you want to have a couple of ducks, they're fine. But some of the people with like 300 ducks on their dashboard, it's like, enough. All right, what are you doing?
Can we get back to the lady that got hit by a car?
All right, okay, all right.
All right,
sorry.
forget about the ducks.
I sometimes distract easily.
I wish he had a protection of 5,000 ducks to protect her from the impact.
All right, so this Jeep Wrangler starts to tailgate Miss Holy Cross. She told cops that she thought that the Jeep had actually hit the rear of her vehicle, had tagged her bumper. So she gets out of her car to then look to see if the Jeep had caused any damage to her rear bumper. This is US 19 near the intersection of East Bay. I was just over there. I went to see Fred at Profusion because he shortened my TV stand for me. They did a wonderful job. Thank you, Fred, and
nice.
Profusion.
Can we get back to the woman that got hit by a car?
Hang on a minute.
No more ducks, no more metal fabrication pieces.
Hang on a minute.
I'm looking at a picture of this woman off of her GoFundMe page, and it is horrific injuries. She's uncalled for.
She's in a hospital bed. She's got an IV. She's all bruised. This maniac, 57-year-old Boris Alexander Twillman, hits the gas and rams her between the front bumper of his Jeep Wrangler and the rear bumper of her car. Road rage. She thought the Jeep had damaged her bumper. She gets out to look. While she's standing behind her car, he accelerates and crushes her between the two vehicles. What is wrong with this maniac? I want to know how many ducks this guy had on his dashboard. I bet you he had 0 ducks, because aren't the ducky people all happy-go-lucky with the ducky?
You're not going to let this duck thing go, are
Happy-go-lucky ducky.
No.
you? You're just going to...
Anyway, so the Jeep driver, this 57-year-old Boris Alexander Twillman, he then sped off. They then grabbed Twillman. So the incident happened Saturday. They then arrest him later that afternoon. They hit him with charges of first-degree murder as well, and then leaving the scene of a serious crash. So Miss Holycross, Hemeria Holycross, she's got a broken leg, broken pelvis, cuts and scrapes and bruises. She's at Bayfront. She was undergoing surgery yesterday on her pelvis, according to her aunt, Misty Moore.
I'm looking at the picture of her in her hospital bed, and
Sad.
she is really in rough shape right now.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, my God. 24 years old and smashed by this maniac in the Jeep between his front bumper and her rear bumper.
It's awful.
What I see so much road rage. I saw a maniac. Where was I coming from? Oh, I was coming back from Sarasota because my buddy Andrew down at Advanced ESI, home theater guy, he's done all my stuff for 20 years. Remember Nora? Nora used to be an intern on our show, his former wife. And I went down to pick up a Sony TV that he ordered for me. So I rented a cargo van because it wouldn't fit in our SUV. I'm coming back from Sarasota. I'm over the Skyway. I'm a little past Tropicana Field, heading north on 275. And this is it's like 4. No. It was 2 o'clock, 2:15 Friday afternoon. Coming back,
All right.
and traffic is built up a little bit, and a white Dodge Charger starts passing us on the left shoulder. Starts passing traffic, weaving in and out and passing cars. It's like, where the hell is the FHP when you need them? So I was able to get a picture of this guy's license plate. And, I called FHP because this guy was going to cause an accident. Speeding on the left shoulder to get around traffic. I mean, insane. And I'm seeing more horrific driving on Tampa Bay roads. And here are 2 cases. You got the strip club maniac on Adamo. You got this maniac on US 19 in the Jeep. So this 24-year-old victim already had a rod installed in her leg. A metal rod, probably a titanium rod, was put in on Sunday during her first surgery. The fracture, according to the Tampa Bay Times, the fracture was so severe that the bone was protruding from the skin. That's like a compound fracture.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. Then she's got all kinds of psychological trauma.
I'm sure.
All right, this dude is in trouble. This dude is screwed, and he should be.
That's the hard analysis we come to MJ for.
Boris Twillman, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah, just be careful on the roads out there, people.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth getting angry over.
It's not. It's like if somebody cuts you off, I know that some people feel like they want to zoom up on them and honk the horn. You know what? And I've got to talk myself into this too.
Yeah.
Just let it go. People are effing nuts, okay?
Yeah, and sometimes to that person who's all in a rage about someone doing something to you, maybe they didn't even mean to. Maybe they're just being, as we shouldn't be distracted drivers, maybe they're just being a distracted driver and did something stupid. They weren't trying to do something aggressive.
And I got in trouble with Instagram. Then we'll get into your bikini. Then I have my 740.
Let's not get into my bikini, okay?
Well,
that sounds really
we're not gonna
creepy.
We're not going to get into it.
Are you going to wear it?
Yeah, we're gonna
Wear my bikini, Fester?
I'll wear the bottom part.
we'll
On your face?
I want to see Fester get into Roxanne's bikini. Put it on. All right. So Roxanne's pushing a new bikini photo on us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll explain in just a second.
That is false.
No, it's 100% true.
It's false.
All right, Fester, is this true?
It's it's more true than not.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
it's more false than
All right.
true.
No, it's not. Hang on. We'll get to that in a minute. Folks, this is why an hour and 20 minutes of Nonstop MJ is so freaking entertaining and why you can't turn it off. All right. Do us a favor, folks. I'm trying to grow the audience here even greater. We have a lot of listeners. My live clients that I endorse have amazing response from this show, but I always want more listeners. And, it's a fact that a lot of people don't even know we're back. So please help spread the word. The MJ Morning Show is back, and this is the best morning show in the Tampa Bay market. The MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM every single morning. All right. So I'm in trouble with IG. In trouble with Instagram. They removed one of my posts last night. I got slapped. I got a warning. I'll even read you the warning. So here's the Fester. Go to my Instagram. And folks, if you're near Instagram, you can do it safely. Go to Certified MJ Radio. If you follow me, it'll be easy. If you don't follow me, give me a follow. You'll love my content. And if you don't, then unfollow me. All right? That's my guarantee. So my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. Last night, and I noticed this for a couple of days, and I'm like, you know what? I got to do a post on this. There's a yard in my neighborhood that is just trashed. Fester, that's a slideshow. There's like 7 pictures on there.
With these tire,
yeah.
They're not burn marks.
No.
They're mud marks.
These are mud marks. I mean, this yard is trashed.
Well, I'm sure it got saturated over the last 2 weeks.
Well, that's the point. The yard was clearly soaked with all of the rain that we had. And here's what I surmise happened. The lawn care guy that services this house on the big riding mower mowing the lawn,
those 2 big back tires with all that torque,
did not take into consideration that the yard is soaked and saturated. This is a very challenging time. Post the tropical storm, Debbie, and then we've had additional downpours. This yard, just like mine, is soaked.
These are all...
And the lawn guy takes his big riding mower, I'm assuming, that's the only explanation, and proceeds to try to mow this guy's saturated, soaked yard and destroys it. The yard is covered with deep tire tracks. The yard is, this guy had a beautiful green lawn.
I've never seen a lawn so torn up.
It is ripped to shreds from the riding mower on the wet lawn. And so here's the deal. I posted the pictures on my Instagram, and I reposted without the language that got me in trouble. So here's the deal. I posted the pictures, and then I wrote the caption, something to the effect, hey, if my lawn guy wrecked my front yard like this, I would take a weed whacker and bash him over the effing head with it.
Mildly aggressive.
Right.
I mean, okay, that's a veiled threat.
Yeah.
So that, essentially, that's what I posted. I said, if this was my lawn guy and he ripped up my yard like this, I would smash him over his head with a weed whacker. I got flagged. Instagram
for violence.
They flagged me for violence. They removed my post. They put some type of suspension on me. Now, I'm still able to post because I reposted the images and I cleaned up my caption. So here's what I wrote. The geniuses at Instagram removed my original post earlier because I wrote, if my lawn guy did this to my yard, I'd blank him in the blank with a weed whacker.
That's not better.
So I added blanks. Oh, that wasn't flagged.
Yeah.
IG said I was inciting violence. And they flagged me and they took my post off, which clearly it's all a computer algorithm.
Yeah, no person looked at it.
So the computer at Instagram, the algorithm sensed that I talked about smashing somebody over the head with a weed whacker. So they pulled my post off. Now,
IG doesn't understand hyperbole.
well, clearly. So then they send me all these messages. I can't use Instagram Live now for 2 days, and I have all kinds. Listen to this. So I'll hold this up to MJ TV just to show you, and it says, "We removed your post, April 13th, 2024." I screenshot this. So here, listen. why this happened.
August 13th.
What'd I say?
April?
I'm sorry, August 13th. Yes, yesterday, August 13th, 813. Why this happened. It looks like you shared or sent something that could encourage violence and lead to risk of physical harm or a direct threat to public safety. It's a joke. The algorithm doesn't understand a joke hyperbole? Get out of here.
But the algorithm...
Here's the original post. Here's the original language. All right. And because they said, here's your post that we removed. So my original language was this. Holy Jeebus. If my lawn guy did this to my front yard, I'd hit him in the head with a weed whacker. So that's what got me banned with this post. And then it says, this goes against our community guidelines on violence and incitement. See the rule. Repeatedly breaking our rules can cause more account restrictions, how we made the decision. And then there was a whole list of things that they're restricting me on for like the next 2. I'm in Instagram jail for a couple of features now.
For the algorithm to let blank him in the blank go.
That's fine.
That sounds much worse.
Yeah.
My mind goes to much worse places than hit him in the head.
Yeah.
I'm going to blank him in the blank.
I'm going to blank him in the blank.
With a weed whacker.
Wow.
We all thinking of the same one?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's pretty bad.
Fill in those blanks.
Unbelievable. So I'm in Instagram jail. If you want to see the post, I cleaned up the caption. So the caption's cleaned up, and I've got numerous pictures that are posted right now, and you can take a look. And I cleaned up the caption with blanks, so now it allowed it to be posted.
Forget the caption. This guy's lawn looks like a tic-tac-toe board.
This guy's lawn is trash.
I mean, it is completely totaled. It'll take months to recover.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a follow-up. On the way home today, so a little after 10 a.m., I'm going to drive by this guy's house in the neighborhood. I'm going to drive by, and I'm going to shoot a video. So watch my Instagram. Before 11 a.m., somewhere around there, I'm going to shoot a video. I'm going to park my car on the street. I'm going to walk on this guy's front lawn, and I'm going to video and narrate. And I'm going to deliver my Holy Jeebus line and see if the algorithm actually picks up my audio and cancels me on the audio.
Are you looking for trouble?
Yes, I am.
You're going to find it.
I'm cruising for a bruising.
All right, let's talk about something on Instagram that it's much different. Roxanne.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do my 745er.
Oh, do it.
Let me do that quickly, and then
at 7:50.
And then we'll segue into Roxanne's bikini.
7:45.
You're finding every way you can segue into my bikini, aren't you?
Well, you're trying to get us to segue into your bikini.
I didn't look for it.
You're shoving your bikini in our face.
It was shown to me.
All right. Here's
It's not what I call it.
all right, here's the item that I teased that Generation Z and millennials will give up sex for this. Do you know, seriously, do you know what millennials and Generation Z will give up sex for? What is it? Any idea? Come on, guys.
Probably their phone. The phone, right?
Yeah, their electronic device.
No.
Good food.
No.
A nap.
What?
A nap?
A nap?
Sleep? Yeah, like a midday nap.
Yeah.
Or an app.
Nap.
A nap.
Okay. Now we'll go with app.
That is incorrect. No.
Are either of them right?
Nope.
What will they give up sex for?
This is very simple. I mean, this is not a drag-out story. I'm going to tell you right now.
Water in the desert.
Nope.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Generation Z and millennials will give up sex for a whole year.
Oh,
you didn't tell us where you're going
Yeah,
with this.
come on.
I mean, okay, they'll give up sex for a whole year for not having to work for a whole year?
For $1 million.
Nope.
What? For what?
To finally have enough money to put down a down payment on a house. I don't know who the hell came up with this survey.
That's an odd survey.
Would you give up sex for a year to have enough for a down payment?
2,000 adults surveyed, millennials and Generation Z would give up sex for a year if they had enough money to put a down payment down on a house. So,
Seems a little counterproductive to raising some money.
there we go. That was short and sweet.
You really want to make some extra money on the side? How about you have a little more sex?
Do a little OnlyFans action
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now we're up to Roxanne's bikini.
That's not the story, guys.
Roxanne-
You're missing the story. This is a big story, but it has very little to do with
Roxanne,
my bikini.
All I know is that was this before this was right at this is the first break, right?
So this is for
What time was this?
For me, it was as the show intro was ending.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
we had 20 seconds left in the show intro, and Roxanne taps my shoulder, and she shows this to me without context, and I'm like, wow, thank you, I think.
Dude, it's content. I want to prepare you for something to talk about
Well, we're
today.
talking about it, and then during
and-
first commercial break, she came around the counter and
Right.
showed MJ.
So
It's not like I shoved it in your face.
yes,
I
you
held
did.
it. I held it
You
like
shoved your bikini in my face.
All right.
So Roxanne holds her phone. She's got a video, and Roxanne says, "Hey, look at this!" And it's Roxanne in this little skimpy red bikini top. It actually looks like a red lace bra that you're wearing. Doesn't even look.
It's a bikini.
Doesn't
It's
even
a
look like a. I
bikini.
think that's a lace bra.
It's a
It's
bikini
a
top.
bikini.
All right,
It's
now-
got stripes on it, but then it has tan stripes, so the tan looks like
All right. It's a bikini
could be
top.
skin,
Right.
but it's a bikini
And
top.
then you're in your bathroom in your bikini,
Writhing.
and then you jump into the tub, which has been turned. You're writhing.
All right.
Isn't that the appropriate use of the word?
You know what? I want to see you writhe in a bikini on the front hood of Fester's 2010 Cadillac DTS.
Yeah.
Like you're
Tawny Katane.
Tawny Katane in the White Snake video.
Yeah.
That's what I want to
Back
see.
in the day.
Oh, you know what?
They can jump off my car onto MJ.
Hey, Fester. No, don't touch my car. Let's reenact that.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Roxanne in a
I'll meet you
bikini,
out there in the parking
my
lot.
God.
slithering and writhing on the hood of Fester's blazing hot black Cadillac.
Can I tell you what happened and
Yeah,
tell the listeners what happened?
yes,
Because
yes.
this is very interesting.
All right, you've got-
beyond
you've got 4
a
seconds. Go.
simple bikini. No, this is a long
There we
story.
go, there we go.
Buckle up.
All right, so
Let's like tell the
here's
long
why
story.
here's
Give me the
why
clip notes.
Roxanne's in a bikini and her video is on her social media on Roxanne Wilder on Instagram right now.
Yesterday, Doug is telling me, oh my gosh, I did the most amazing thing. I'm like, high. I have so many endorphins right now. I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. And he said, can I get you to do it? Will you commit to doing this? I don't know what it is. I'm like, okay. I'm thinking it's some newfangled like exercise equipment because he loves to do that stuff, right? So I take my nap. He said, wake up. All I need is 5 minutes of your time. So I had things to do in the afternoon. He said, wake up 5 minutes before you normally do, and I'll have it ready for you. So I wake up from my nap. He said, come in here. I go in our bathroom. He has filled the bathtub with ice water.
Oh, he
And-
wants you to take like an ice bath?
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
now you got to be more specific. He filled up the bathtub with water.
Yeah.
And then he went to 7-Eleven and got bags of ice.
Yes, and put the ice from the bags of ice into.
Was it ready ice?
I don't look at those things. I didn't know, weirdo. That's
Go-
what you would do.
go ahead.
Hey, if Michelle did the same to you, hey, what kind of ice is this, Michelle?
Is it ready
I'm
ice?
just like.
Is it
I'm like,
Penguin Select?
Oh, okay.
So he has a bathtub
yeah.
with ice in it, very, very cold water, and he wants you to take the ice plunge?
Yes. And so this is what he had done earlier in the day, what made him feel so good. And
Wait a minute. While you're at work, he's plunging into an ice bath?
I guess.
So
yeah.
there are a bunch of people.
Dude, he's
MJ,
got way too much time on
Okay,
his
MJ,
hands.
hold on.
He
now.
needs
Hey.
a job.
There are a
he
bunch
has
of.
Wait a second.
a
There's
job?
no Derek Jeter golf tournament this week. I guess he's ultra bored.
My husband has a very successful business.
All right, everybody.
So
all right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, so MJ, online, there's a bunch of health influencers.
By the way, he's the waffle king of Wesley Chapel. Yes.
That's his business.
Dig Dug's Waffle Hut. Just stop by. They've got a 2.4 on Google.
Okay.
All right.
So he's.
No, I'm kidding.
he's-
There's no Dig Dug Waffle Hut. All right, go ahead.
So Doug is he's a Gary Brecka guy.
He's
right?
a what? Hold on, what?
You know who Gary is? Fester, you know who he is,
He's
right?
a what?
So there's a bunch of online health and fitness yahoos who tout the health benefits of immersing yourself in very cold water and building up to several minutes, like 3
Yes.
minutes of it.
So
You do-
Doug,
So Doug is on this kick apparently.
out the
And
gate, he does it for 3 minutes
when-
yesterday.
When you think about
You know what? I want to build myself up to jump.
that metal tub with the ball player immersed in ice.
This is the NFL on ice. Yes.
That would be a show. That would be pretty cool.
So I come into the bathroom and I say, I see the ice, I see what he's done, and I go, "Oh, so you did this?" I said, well, did you do it nude?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did it with no clothes on."
That's hot.
Okay.
Oh
and
man, talk about shrinkage.
Yeah.
That's something, right?
Show me that
That's
video.
okay.
Yeah.
So then I said, "Well, you know what? Let's film this." And I said, "I'm not going to do it nude, obviously."
It'd be like a little squirrel penis.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Listen, the number of people who replied to my story with shrinkage, you know, because I captioned it, Doug got me to do this with him. All right. So I say, let me throw on some clothes because I'm not going to do this and have you film me, obviously nude. So I put on a bathing suit. I say, you know what? Let me put on shorts instead of a bottom.
Okay.
So I have to explain this to you guys because you think it's just content.
We get that you're getting into this tub of cold water with a bikini top
on. A minimal amount of clothes on.
So
as I should do it.
So go see Roxanne in a bikini, jump into her bathtub filled with ice.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the oddest paradox quirkiness of Roxanne. It's in her reels, so it's not on her main page, right? And honestly, if you put it on your main page where it will live forever.
So that's going to disappear?
Yeah, it's going to disappear. Time is now. Get it while it's hot.
That's
Get the cold while it's hot.
That's the stories.
That's just stories.
I don't like.
You're not a story guy.
I don't like doing the stories. I like to post stuff and let it stay there.
And let it live forever.
I like that people have to work for it. You have to click on me. You have to go for the deep cut.
I think there's a way. I think there's a way to turn your stories permanent now. I think they have that. But
yeah.
Roxanne, you click the stories. Is that what it's
stories?
And the first is like a weird car line selfie. It's like, how many hours? And then it goes to a bikini shot.
Yeah.
Who cares?
So, you have no notice as to what's coming up.
So
wait, would you need a warning? Warning! Bikini photo about to arrive.
So picking up your first grader.
Yeah.
And then you in your bathroom in a bikini.
This is my day yesterday.
Right.
What's it to you?
Well,
that's a day in the life of Roxanne. That's why we follow each other to see what we're up to.
Okay.
Okay. So, but here's the weirdest part: is the video you're looking at now, Fester.
Okay.
Because there are 3 videos.
Yes.
The first is me getting into the tub. No, it's going the opposite direction if you're a dude getting into a tub that cold. Then it's me just telling you how long I stayed in the tub. Not very long. Doug was very angry with me. Very
that
angry.
You got out of the ice bath too early?
I wasted that. I'm going to get in it now.
Well,
so he did it 2 times yesterday.
For your first time, I think it's a long time.
So what are you trying to accomplish?
You're trying to get to 3 minutes.
No, but what benefit was Doug trying to achieve and then pass on to you from jumping into the ice bath at your home?
Endorphins boost, dopamine spike, reduced inflammation. Doug said you sleep amazingly, and he did sleep so deeply last night. He was out, so he got amazing sleep last night. Reduced stress, diminish aches and pains. It's supposed to be all this amazing stuff.
All right, so taking ice baths, a lot of online people claim a bunch of benefits for it, and they use it in physical therapy, and they use it in professional sports locker rooms.
I get that.
Yeah, and now they're trying to bring that into home. And if you look online for ice tubs, they make portable ones that look like keg coolers that you can keep in your backyard anytime.
Guess what?
What?
I had an ice bath on my tongue last night because I made an authentic Hawaiian shave ice with my Fuji Marca shave ice machine with my syrups, my concentrates directly from Hawaii. So that was my ice bath.
That was your ice bath. Okay,
man. I love my shave ice.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Okay.
So look at this ice bath if you find online, MJ. It's $40, and it's just a big.
It's a bucket.
Plastic
bucket. It's like a trash can. Yeah. You can guess what? Go outside to your green city recycling bin.
Yes.
And jump in that.
Fill it with water and bags of ice and jump in that.
Okay, I have to tell you some important things.
Yeah.
Gary Brecka, the guy who Doug learned Gary Brecka.
Brecka.
You don't know Gary Brecka?
Who the hell's Gary Brecka?
He's if you know, you know. He's an online health claims to be guru who comes up with
guess what? I met a guy named Gary in Breckenridge one time.
Okay.
No.
All right.
So Gary is the one who pushes this, and I think it was him who says that the only way that your brain can...
Where does Gary Brecka live?
South Florida. The only way...
Sure he doesn't live on Flicka Flacka?
No.
All right, go ahead.
It makes oxygen rush to your brain when you're in there for 3 minutes.
Is this real? Is that real science?
And the only other time you do that is when you're in deep sleep. That's how your brain repairs itself. Okay. So this is Doug's thing. So I do it. The third video that you see on my IG stories is me in the tub. And I turned the volume down because, guys, the noises that were coming out of my body, it was like an exorcism.
Oh, my God.
Because it was like fight or flight mode. Yes. The same kind of guttural that comes out when I mean, if you look at it with the volume down, it has like, some people gave me some fire emoji signs for it, but it's not a sexual thing. Obviously, it's a painful thing. So I think it's a very strange. When I see all these crazy people doing the ice bath plunges on IG and they're sitting and they're smiling, it almost seems fake to me because
Wow.
it's not what it's. Look. It's.
And you turned the volume down for this
Yeah, I
part?
turned the volume down because it was like I was in labor, like I was birthing a child.
One part we want to hear, you turned down?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and then
the audio portion where you're just making all kinds of noises.
Yeah.
And you shut that part down?
Yeah. I started thinking about it. I couldn't watch Doug do this. If he was like, hey, honey, come in here and watch me do the plunge. I couldn't do it because I can't watch him in pain. The fact that he could watch me in pain like that is a little bit sadistic, but then you guys do watch us push kids out. So maybe you're capable of doing that.
Off the rails now.
But a final point is Doug wants to build an ice bath in on our patio.
A lot of people have a portable ice bath. You throw 3 bags of ice in there, you fill it up with water, and you immerse yourself.
Why do you need to build an ice bath? You just chuck bags of ice in your tub and you...
It's a water to ice ratio. You use less water if you just squat it in a bucket.
I get it. All right. So go see Roxanne in a bikini, in her ice bath.
Well, first you have to look at a picture of her in car line picking up the kids from school.
Yes.
That's what I do.
And then look at my thirst. Then look at my thirst trap bikini photos.
Oh, like everything you do on IG isn't for attention.
Okay.
Okay, let's hold on. Listen, he's not standing in a bikini in front of some guy's ripped up lawn talking about threatening his gardener with a weed whacker.
Because that wouldn't get the kind of attention that he's looking for.
Can you at least take it off of your stories and put it on your post so now that we've talked about it, people will listen to this show in 2 or 3 days, they can go back and see it.
You want to make it permanent.
And follow Roxanne at Roxanne Wilder.
I'm going to try to do it again and be like one of those calm people in the ice bath challenge.
In a skimpier bikini with full noises. Ice bath, ice bath, ice bath, ice bath.
All right. The Roxanne, don't listen to him. The bikini was skimpy enough.
I was going to say that.
Good.
How skimpier does a bikini get?
It's a lovely bikini. You look great in it, but you got to put it on your regular post. Do it again if you want to, but then have 2 links. Follow Roxanne at Roxanne Wilder.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Roxanne, the ice bath, and the bikini. In my hand here, folks, I have what experts are saying are 7 odd behaviors that are linked to people with a high IQ. What is the threshold? You probably need to Google this. What is considered a high IQ? Isn't like average IQ like 107 or something?
I don't know.
First of all, just type in what is the average IQ.
All right.
What is
average
IQ is what? The average IQ, the intelligence quotient, is between 85 and 115. So I had a pretty good, median number there. I said, 107 or so. So what is considered a high? Hold on. The Intelligence of the Nations report from 2019 reported that the average IQ in the United States is 97.43.
I don't believe that for a second.
My God, I thought that was close to moron territory.
No, it's in the average range, which I think we're significantly dumber.
All right, so what is considered a high IQ?
High IQ.
All right. A score of 116 or more is considered above average. A score of 130 or higher signals a high IQ. Membership in Mensa, the High IQ Society, includes people who score in the top 2%, which is usually 132 or higher. So listen to what I have here. I have what experts are saying are some odd behaviors that are exhibited.
You exhibit these behaviors?
I didn't say that.
You said I have some odd behaviors. You said I have some odd behaviors.
I'm holding the list of odd behaviors. I didn't say that I had these odd behaviors. So let me go over the behaviors, and we can see if any of these fit any of us, or if you're listening right now, make a checklist and tell us if any of these behaviors fit you. All right, number one is talking to yourself.
Okay.
Roxanne, do you talk to yourself?
I'm so embarrassed. People catch me talking to myself in the hallways here. I do it incessantly. You know what I do sometimes? Have you ever called someone and left a voicemail message and then continued to talk to yourself and not hung up the phone, and then they hear your conversation with yourself?
That's like a big personal issue.
Talking to myself. All right. So talking to yourself, it doesn't mean you're crazy. It might be a sign that you're actually smarter than the average person if you're a self-talker. In 2012, a study of American researchers showed participants 20 pictures of various objects and asked them to find a specific one. And scientists found that people who talk to themselves while looking for the images. So, okay, that's over here. I said, I'm looking for the image. So people that are talking to themselves. All right, staying up late.
I'm not allowed to do that.
So this is I stay up late, even though I get up at 4:45, and I'm here in the studio by 5:30. I stay up late, so I'm a late go to bedder.
Yeah, you are.
All right, that sounded very intelligent right there. All right, number 3 on the list: daydreaming.
You can pretty much play the song. Ooh, dream weaver. Like, that is my thought bubble all the time. I'm always daydreaming.
You're a daydreamer.
That's what Gary Wright did that song, right?
So
that was in was that in Bill and Ted's or what was the
was it like not 40-year-old?
No, Dreamweaver. That was in Wayne's World.
Oh, Wayne's World. That's right.
Wayne's World was Dreamweaver. So daydreaming. Getting lost in daydreams is often perceived as absent-mindedness, but scientists say that, no, this is actually a sign that you're smart and creative.
Yeah. My wife thinks my daydreaming is part of my ADD.
What the hell was that? Why was there thunder? Why was there a thunder?
It sounds familiar. Why did we do that?
All right, so continuing here. So that's number 3. Number 4, again, if you're just tuning in, experts revealing 7 odd behaviors that seemingly are associated with people with high IQs. Number 4, thriving in clutter. You know what? As I look at this...
That's you, MJ.
So
far, you're like almost all of these.
I think I do talk to myself sometimes, but I don't think I'm an incessant self-talker. I do stay up late. I do daydream. I do thrive in clutter. Number 5, asking a lot of questions.
Oh God, you don't stop with stupid questions.
Yeah.
Number 6, being introverted. I don't think I'm introverted.
No, you're not. Well, you are like.
Hold on,
out
Fester,
of this room.
Hold on. What?
You can talk in a small room into a silver microphone to 20 million people. I put you in a room with 100 people, and you shut down.
I don't shut down.
Nope.
My personality's the same.
Nope. It's you are an extrovert when the on-air light's on, but outside of that, you are not.
And then number 7, devouring books.
Well, your wife does that for you.
Well, you know what? I love to read. I don't have as much time. Now, I do read, but...
Yeah, all the content on the show and stuff, all the work we do.
See, the deal is I do so much show prep and so much reading that sort of takes the place of reading tons of books because 8 hours a day, I'm prepping the show and reading stuff. 8 hours every single day at least. And then, all of the prep that I do and then the execution of that prep on the show. So I don't devour books per se, but I do devour a lot of written material in preparation for the show. So
Speaking of devour, does it say eating like a slob?
that's not on here.
Because you do that too.
So you think I have most of these things on the now? I can't remember what my IQ was. Do you remember years?
I do. You told me one time.
No, hold on a minute. Fester, do you remember? Do you remember we did an IQ test on the MJ Morning Show years ago? We had some kind of a testing center
Facility.
Yeah,
We went to the center.
No.
Or did they come in?
I'm trying to remember. This is probably 15 years ago.
Maybe longer than that.
Maybe longer than that. And we had IQ tests done for members of the MJ Morning Show. And I'm trying to remember what my number. Do you remember?
No.
I thought I did.
You said what it was to me one time. You were like, we were just having casual conversation. You're like, hey, do you know what my IQ is?
What do you think it is?
I didn't say that. Will you stop it? I never said that to you.
I'm just kidding.
We're having conversation. Hey, Roxanne, do you know what my IQ is? Listen, I'm moving along here.
Why we don't have...
listen.
I think I was about 67.
No.
Probably
Yeah,
right.
I know what it is because you said it on this show.
Okay, what is it?
I believe you said it was 139.
Okay, so if you were truly 67, you would be classified as mildly impaired or delayed. Which, you know what?
All right.
You are that as well.
Yes, I
It's
am.
amazing. You are both ends of the spectrum.
I'm everything. I'm on the spectrum, on both ends of the
If
spectrum.
Mensa had a mildly impaired division,
And guess what? I have Spectrum cable
see?
as well.
That's right.
I'm on the, oh, that's a campaign.
Oh, no,
Get
it
on the
isn't.
spectrum.
No, it isn't.
That's Spectrum Cable.
They will change the name of the company.
Get
if
on
they
the
did that.
spectrum.
They would. The revolt would be earth-shattering.
Get on the spectrum. And what's the device they use at the gynecologist?
The speculum.
Yeah, get on the speculum. I've got speculum cable. You know what? I'm paying too much for my speculum cable. Who's your internet service? I've got FiOS. I've got the Frontier FiOS. But does anyone have speculum internet?
Yeah. Open yourself up to a wide array of television choices to choose from.
A wide array?
The Spectrum Speculum. I mean, sometimes getting that.
Whoa!
I mean, the price of cable is similar to the feeling of a pap smear, but. All right. So, yeah, you are all of those things, MJ.
Hey, on a very positive note, listen, this is a bad story, but at least the news is getting better. The horrific story down in Sarasota, first day of school, where the mother ran over her 12-year-old daughter in car line because the daughter bent over to pick up some school supplies that she dropped on the ground in car line.
Yeah, the daughter walked across the front of the car.
The mother was driving a behemoth like Lincoln Navigator. Daughter gets out of school. This is at
Booker Middle School in Sarasota?
Yep, exactly. And the daughter gets out, 12 years old, first day of school on Monday, drops stuff in front of the vehicle. Mom did not see the daughter in front of the car. Learn. Hindsight is 20/20, obviously, but always have a visual or a sense of your surroundings. So your daughter gets out of the car. She walks in front. Do you see her? Okay, did she pass? Is she behind you? Look in the mirrors. Tilt your head on a swivel. Just take a look.
I mean, MJ, first day of school, the mother even said she was still wiping tears out of her eyes by dropping off her kid.
I know.
You look around,
Listen,
you don't see the kid, and you go.
I'm not blaming the mother here. I'm just saying that let's learn from this and just make sure your kids are totally away from the car. Anyway, the news is getting better because the 12-year-old was transported by life flight, by helicopter to All Children's, if I'm not mistaken. And the 12-year-old was listed in critical condition. And now the news that has come out is the condition has improved. We're now hearing that the 12-year-old girl from the car line at Booker Middle School in Sarasota, that she is now in stable condition. So, I was like, please don't die, please. And now the condition's improving. So hopefully this 12-year-old will maintain progress and will recover and return to a normal life. But I'll tell you what, that's a first day of school that 12-year-old's not going to forget, the day that mom ran me over with the behemoth SUV.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she dropped her backpack and some stuff fell out of the backpack, rolled underneath the vehicle. She gets on her hands and knees. She gets under the Lincoln Navigator, and that's when Mom drives off, and runs her over. But at least the good news is that the 12-year-old is improving, and we all want that to happen, unless you're some sick, twisted bastard.
All right.
Yeah. We all, everyone, I think, is pulling for this, and hopefully the girl's back at school in a couple of weeks. And, hey, it's a big conversation piece in homeroom.
I mean, plenty to talk about the first day of school. Be careful out there, everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Are you following this Jeff Vinnick Tampa Bay Lightning story?
I saw it yesterday for the first time.
Well, that's because it came out yesterday.
So I want you to know I was on the cutting edge of this news breaking. No, I saw it yesterday, and I thought it was very interesting. I mean, he's not selling the team.
Well, hang on a minute.
But he's selling assets.
And then what could happen?
Hang on a minute. I have numerous observations on the Jeff Vinnick story. First, though, let me just take 5 seconds for station identification. No, let me take 5 seconds to remind everybody, and we talked about this earlier today, starting Monday morning here on the MJ Morning Show and on Q105, it is the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. Yeah, we're smashing inflation. You're going to have a chance to call in several times a day and bash inflation by utilizing the high-tech MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. You'll get to call up and then smash the wall of inflation and see how much money you can pull out. So it's up to $1,000. Hundreds, maybe 1,000 with the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. And it all starts Monday morning, just after 8 a.m., here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. So a whole new twist here. We're giving away money. And this is a local-only contest. This is not one of the national contests. This is a local Tampa Bay Q105 contest only. The MJ Morning Show Money Smashers on the way. All right, so back over to the Tampa Bay Lightning and Jeff Vinnick. And I'm going to give you some analysis that you might not hear anywhere else. I've only met Jeff Vinnick once. And that was when I was at the other radio company. We had some kind of an event with the Lightning.
Yeah.
And Vinnick was there, and our general manager at the time was Dan DiLoretto. And Dan, I'm at the event. Hey, Dan says to me, "Hey, MJ, come on. I want you to meet Jeff Vinnick." So I had a nice, 5-minute conversation with Jeff Vinnick. He probably doesn't know who the hell I am. Jeff Vinnick was, I remember, very nice, very pleasant guy. Jeff Vinnick has done a hell of a lot for this community.
I can't say I've ever heard a bad thing about the guy.
I'm very appreciative for what Jeff Vinnick has done for the area. But I have to note, as a broadcast, am I a journalist? I'm a commentator.
Observer?
I just have to. Yeah, I'm an observer. Yeah, exactly. I'm a life observer.
You're a commentator. Yeah.
All right. So
you're not a journalist.
The story comes out that Jeff Vinnick is going to sell a portion of the Lightning, and it looks like this is it's a majority stake. So you already have some minority stakeholders in the Lightning, but here's what came out yesterday, that Jeff Vinnick is going to sell another portion of the Lightning. And the story originated yesterday from Sportsnet. They had the scoop on this, and the Sportsnet site said that the Lightning's value is going to be posted or determined to be $2 billion.
Holy crap.
So I believe that would be the most expensive NHL team at this point if they value the Lightning at $2 billion. And it was also reported that Doug Ostrover, who's the co-founder and the chief executive officer of Blue Owl Capital, is going to be the suitor. He's going to be buying the stake.
Oh, so they already have a buyer.
Yeah. So this is private equity, folks. And I'm not a huge fan of private equity. And in a lot of cases, private equity, they come in, they rape the place. They cut costs. Listen, we've been through a lot of private equity in the broadcast business. Private equity is moving into do you know that private equity, they're buying doctors' offices?
Yeah.
They're buying they're buying air conditioning companies. They're buying service companies. And what happens in a lot, not all, Are there good private equity companies? Yep. But most private equity, they roll in, they slash costs, they fire people, quality goes down. And that's typically what private equity does. So I hope that Blue Owl Capital and Doug Ostrover, I hope they don't roll in and then like slash the payroll.
What are they going to do? Fire the goalie?
I'm just saying. Now, initially, what's being reported is that Vinnick is going to retain what they say is full operational control of the team, but it's going to be a honeymoon period. So maybe a year or two. So Vinnick will remain as the operational control dude, but then it's going to be seated. So there's some type of a little honeymoon or a transition period here. And then it sounds like Vinnick is going to be out. I don't even know if Vinnick is going to maintain ultimately a minority stake. But there are a lot of curious things here that, listen, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up a couple of things. Again, everything I've heard about Vinnick, people, and I know a lot of people that know him well. I know people that, hang in the Vinnick circles. I'm not among those. I'm just too shady and seedy and,
Yeah, you are.
I'm a vagabond. All right, so I do know people that know Vinnick well, and everyone speaks highly of him. But it just sounds like some things are afoot. And let me turn back the clock and bring you. What are you snickering about over there?
I mean, why
are you laughing?
The word afoot isn't used nearly enough. Some things are afoot.
Right, something's afoot here.
Something's afoot.
Let me just bring up a couple of things. A year ago, so last June, 1 year ago, June of 2023, news broke that Vinnick was selling his interest in Water Street. So that to me was a head scratcher. So that seems to be the precursor to the selling of the team. Is he getting out of Tampa? I mean, it sounds like it, because here a private equity firm is going to be buying the majority of the Lightning. At some point, it sounds like they're going to own the whole damn thing. Vinnick, a year ago, let me go back to a Channel 8 Jeff Patterson piece. Jeff Patterson, good journalist, one of the best on Tampa Bay TV. You know what? Lloyd Sowers as well. I complain about local television and how the quality has just plummeted. And some of the reporters that they're hiring are just awful, like small market reporters now that are like, what the hell are they doing? But I saw, whenever I see Patterson on Channel 8, I'm like, that's a good reporter right there. And then Lloyd Sowers yesterday did a story about area codes, believe it or not, with 813, and it was a story. He's telling a story. It was fantastic.
Lloyd, we're giving you the hard news. Report about the area code.
No, well, he does a little bit of everything. I've seen Lloyd Sowers do a little bit of everything.
Right.
Anyway, listen, I'm giving some props.
Okay, I understand.
Right?
I'm really interested in the Vinnick stuff.
Right, so back over to this.
Okay.
So this is a Jeff Patterson Channel 8 piece from last year. Jeff Vinnick, the owner of the Tampa Bay Lightning, has announced he's selling his interest in Water Street development. Vinnick's strategic property partner says he'll remain as an active advisor to Water Street Tampa. He is selling it to Cascade Investment, a company owned by Bill Gates. Now, Gates was also involved. I think they were partners. I think that what Vinnick was just selling his remaining shares to this Bill Gates company. Terms of the deal not disclosed. Since its inception, the Vinnick Group has spent more than $2 billion on the project, building 5 million square feet. Anyway, the Water Street, the downtown development, the whole deal down there, the Edition Hotel area next to Water Street, that whole, it's nice. They've done a beautiful job down there. But Vinnick got out of Water Street a year ago. Now he's getting rid of the majority stake of the Lightning. There's going to be a management deal for a couple of years, they say, and then I'm telling you, he's going to be gone. What is going on here? Is Vinnick exiting the Tampa Bay area? And then I would also be remiss if I didn't bring up the fact that his personal situation with the divorce from his wife, it was on, then it was off, then it was on.
Okay.
And again,
That happens.
It does. And if I go back to June of 2020, Jeff and Penny Vinnick filed for divorce. So that was June of 2020. That's like in the middle of COVID, right? All right. So then you go to November of 2020, And then the stories come out, Jeff and Penny Vinnick end their divorce proceedings. So they stopped the divorce. They were getting back together. So that was all in divorce on June 12th of 2020. Reconciled, no divorce, November 11th of 2020.
Did he realize it was going to cost him more than a penny if they got divorced?
Oh, and then...
I had to do that joke. I'm sorry. I like both.
And then you go to February of this year, so February of 2024, and now Jeff and Penny Vinnick filed for divorce again.
Oh.
So, again, I don't know if you knew that. So
I didn't.
The divorce was filed again back in February.
Okay.
So... Again, the relationship issue, and that's tough. I don't wish that on anybody.
No.
So the relationship issue, then out of Water Street a year ago, now selling the light. There's just a lot of pieces here that I don't see the rest of the news operations covering, but you'll get that analysis here on the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, riveting analysis of a billionaire's life.
Why are you being a smartass? I'm doing my job here.
Oh, yes. So hard-hitting news about some rich guy. Dun, dun, dun.
Why are you being a jackass?
Well, you know. We have breaking news about Mr. Vinnick. He's still wealthier than all of us combined.
Dude, stop.
Yes.
I'm bringing up important facets to build the whole story, all right?
Okay, so what was the facet? What was the end result?
What are you talking about? I just laid it all out.
You could have just said, hey, the guy has a lot of crap going on.
Okay,
and he's selling a portion of the team.
I'm giving the details here, but it
Sure.
sounds like he's going to be totally out and private equity is going to take over. The question is, they always say nothing's going to change. The lightning is still, we're not going to cut costs. But I'm telling you, when private equity moves in, 9 times out of 10, they just gut the place and they cut costs.
Mark my words right now. Vinnick is out of Tampa and he's moving to Valrico. Valrico Vinnick. Going to turn that whole place upside down.
It does make a difference when you have a really great person, a great human like him running the team or owning the majority of the team.
Say that when he turns Highway 60 into skyscrapers.
Hey, I want to hear really quickly from Andrew because I think Andrew does know him, right? Do you, Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew hangs out with Vinnick.
I don't know Vinnick. We've crossed paths the building a few times, but no, I don't really know him.
Yeah. Any insight you want to add?
Wait a minute. Andrew did some work. Andrew, what exactly?
He's close to the team.
Andrew, what exactly did you do for the Lightning over the years?
I handled interviews with players.
Okay.
During and after games.
All right. So, what are you suggesting that Andrew is hanging out in the smokers club in a smoking jacket?
No, it's more like
trading stock tips.
It's more like
with Vinnick
used to hang out with everybody else.
Yeah, no, he's a step closer than we are
he walked by Jeff Vinnick in the halls of the Ice Palace.
He's at Emily. He spends time there, so people would walk by him and say, "Hey, have you heard the latest, Andrew?"
I just want to say,
water cooler talk.
In 2005, I was on the field for a Bucks game, and Malcolm Glazer walked right by me. So we're like BFFs. I knew him really well. He was a great man.
Yeah.
Yes.
No longer with us.
Yes, Andrew.
No, it's not that I would ever be in Mr. Vinnick circles, but he spent time hanging around everybody else. You would see him involved with so much around the building.
Okay. It's a lot of Vinnick talk.
Dude, it's a big freaking story.
It's not that big.
Dude, you're fine all morning, and then you get into freaking Debbie Downer mode, and you're trying. I don't get you, man. I'm calling up Michelle. She's got to explain this whole Blake Lively thing. Do you know are you following this?
That she's a really hard to deal with.
Listen, there's just so much going on. Michelle was up really, really late, so I hope she picks up.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, sweetie. I know you got to bed late, but can you explain? I'm going to butcher this. What the hell is going on with this Blake Lively deal and the book?
Oh, she might get canceled.
What did she do?
Explain Blake Lively. Explain the book, the movie. Just start from the beginning. Just pretend that I'm an absolute idiot. I know nothing. Explain. Go.
It begins with a book that is entitled It Ends With Us. I think that's what it's called.
Yes, It Ends With Us.
Yes. I read that book with Kim. It's a tough book to read. and it deals a lot with domestic violence. So now Blake Lively and this guy Justin, I think his name is Baldoni.
Justin Baldoni.
Yeah, I
or
never heard of him
Baldoni.
before. Yeah, Baldoni.
Yeah.
So he bought the options the option to make the book
Into a movie. Gotcha.
Some years ago, and so Blake Lively signed on to do the movie. She's also I think part producer. She's also she's starring in it. And so fast forward to, I don't know, this past weekend, I guess, they're doing all this PR and marketing for the movie and going around on all these, appearing to promote the movie. And she is laughing and giggly and not even really acknowledging that the movie is she's portraying it more like a rom-com, and it's really kind of a dark domestic violence movie.
Oof. All right.
Yeah.
Well, so she's giving off the perception that she's laughing about domestic violence?
Right.
Gotcha.
There's a couple of interviews that she did where, someone asks her, what would you do if somebody approached you when you're out in public or something to, say how the movie affected them as a domestic violence victim? And she's kind of laughing and like what? Like I give them my phone number, exchange, and she's kind of just laughing about it. Whereas the Baldoni guy has been if you look at his Instagram, I think the top line, I don't know what that line is that you put under your picture.
Profile?
It has a
narrative.
It has a link to domestic violence assistance.
Okay. Yep.
So he recognizes it. He's doing a lot of PR by himself, like Good Morning America, what are the Today Show, whatever. He's doing all of those shows, kind of with a more serious tone. And so now, if you go to Blake Lively's Instagram, I think she had to shut down the comments because it is awful. I mean, she is.
What were the comments saying?
Don't you understand that the movie is about domestic violence? What are you?
What does she think it's a comedy?
Well, she and her husband, that Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah,
going around acting.
Oh, that's right,
that's
Ryan Reynolds,
her husband.
So,
yeah.
Michelle, I'm on the It Ends With Us Instagram page, and in one box there's Blake Lively looking beautiful, twirling in a floral pattern, smiling in front of the movie poster, and then in the next tile is the guy.
And he's all glum and serious.
And he's talking into a camera with no
emotion. He's not doing pirouettes.
No.
I even read this in an article in New York Times. Says, what does this movie tell us about Blake Lively and her, how the movie affects her, her persona or something? She basically is using the movie as a launch for her hair care product.
What?
Oh my God!
Hold on, she's being accused of using the domestic violence movie It Ends With Us to launch her hair care product line.
Apparently, so many of the scenes that, mind you, she somewhat directed and she produced. And
if you're a battered wife, try my new hair color.
And also they had 2 cuts done of the movie, the final edits, I guess.
Yeah.
And she had the editors, I think, that did the Deadpool movie. Again, that's, with her husband. And the Baldoni guy had somebody else do the edits, and I think that the editing that she had done was maybe the one that got the credit. And so she's got a liquor line that she's, promoting, but
liquor and domestic violence go well together.
Oh, great.
Basically in the movie, every, shot.
That's where I need some guy in a Cops episode all drunk beating, Wanda.
So she tried to smooth things over, and she put in her story something about domestic violence, how to reach out. But as you know, the story thing disappears in 24 hours.
Yep.
And so, I mean, she's got thousands and thousands and thousands of negative comments on her Instagram page. And
because there's nothing funny about domestic violence, and you can't give off an aura of euphoria or excitement, or try to or a perception that you're trying to ride a domestic violence story to promote yourself or a product line.
Listen, this movie is not made in Manhattan with J-Lo. This is definitely, it's a struggle. It's a romance that really goes bad pretty quickly, but they still try, to work it out. But it is a pretty dark book. I think it's premised upon the author's, I think her mother had a domestic violence situation. So, she used that experience as a basis for some of the events in the novel. And now Blake Lively's being accused of like bullying the Baldoni guy because she's trying to say or trying to, I don't know, give the appearance that he's in the wrong by some measure. I don't know how she's able to do that, but I mean, if you just go to her Instagram page, I mean, it is just, comment after comment after thousands of them.
And the movie just came out. The movie just got released on August 9th. So the movie was just out this past weekend.
Yes.
Couple of observations. I'm watching the trailer right now, and there's nothing rom-com-y about it. Like, just watching the trailer, how does Blake think that she's that why would she feel that it's that kind of film to promote? She did it. She was in it. She directed it.
This is like going to Schindler's List and thinking it's like a comedy.
Yeah.
It's like the latest Medea movie or something.
Having a lighthearted premiere where there's fun and games and yeah.
Now, I do want to say her hair looks really good.
And they say that every scene, her hair is impeccable.
It has
the most appropriate look for whatever's occurring, with her or whatever she's happening in our scene. Her hair is perfectly tousled this way. It is perfectly, to the side this way. It's perfectly flopping this way. And she did just release her hair care line. And like I said, she's posing in front of flower shops with her, liquor bottles they're using as.
Does she have a makeup line? Hi, it's Blake Lively.
Cover up your bruises.
If you're a battered woman, my makeup line will help you cover up your bruises. I mean, my God.
MJ, here's an example of one of the clips that they're talking about. She's promoting the movie with another person, and she's so excited to be here.
All right, go ahead and refresh it. Let me hear this thing. Yeah, she's almost a little too excited.
Hello, Blake Lively here. Colleen Hoover. And It Ends With Us is in theaters now, so grab your friends, wear your florals, and head out to see it.
I want to see you again.
Well, now you see me.
Share the emotion. Share the experience. Share the worldwide phenomenon together.
You're the best friend I ever had.
It Ends With Us. Now playing exclusively in theaters. Rated PG-13.
But just her level
wear your florals.
Yeah, her level of enthusiasm.
Grab your friends.
Oh, wait a sec. Speaking of florals, Michelle, isn't there another scandal or controversy that Blake Lively wore a dress that Britney Spears made famous for the premiere?
Yes, she wore some. She said it's the exact dress she said it was Britney Spears' dress. I don't know where she would have gotten it.
Really? Would she break into Britney's house and rip the dress out of her closet?
Maybe they're friends.
I didn't quite understand that, but yes, she was very excited to be wearing Britney Spears' dress, and
it's a Versace dress.
Yeah.
That Britney Spears wore back in 2002, and then. So 22 years later, Blake Lively is wearing the Britney Spears dress for the premiere of the movie?
And again, that's the her priority, what she's focused on. When think about it. Whenever we have movies historically, and usually, especially when it's suicide, there's always not a disclaimer, but a notice on the screen that says if you or anybody who is thinking of hurting themselves, call the suicide hotline. Have the number. A lot of times, movies that have a domestic violence. And you would hope, she doesn't feel like she should have any responsibility, for this, but you would hope that if you're an actor and, what you do is trying to, portray characters that relate to people or that, make people, think or help them in some way. And you would hope that some females, obviously primarily, sitting in the audience look at what's happening with her in this role, and she does in the novels, get out of it. Like, hopefully that person can say, I can get out of this too. I'm good. That limited series, I think it was on Netflix, made where she escapes a sort of a domestic violence situation. You would hope that some people who view that and go, you know what, that's my roadmap out. Let me do this. Let me get out of here by doing this. She's acting like, why am I responsible?
Michelle, it doesn't sound like she developed much empathy after playing this character.
No, she's doing the publicity and smiling and laughing. I mean, all right, hey, a couple of other things here, Michelle.
Yes.
You just mentioned the suicide stuff, and if you notice that a lot of when you read a story online.
Yes.
At the end of the story, if there's any story about suicide or people hurting themselves, they have that new national suicide hotline to call for help. And I notice whenever I see a related story or even something on TV, a lot of times it ends with if you need to speak to somebody, help is available. Call 988. And that is a national suicide prevention hotline. So anyone that's having a bad go of things and you're having a bad time, you can always pick up the phone and dial 988. All right, a couple of things before I let you go.
Yes.
Did I creep you out last night as we were going to bed and I said goodbye?
Yeah, that's weird.
Before you went to bed?
Yeah. So last night, again, I go to bed pretty late. This is about 1 a.m. You know, I took a little
2 a.m.
Yeah, it was maybe close to 2 a.m. I got to get up in 2 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm laying down. Michelle was up late last night as well, and for whatever reason, I put my head on the pillow and I say goodbye.
Yeah.
And you looked at me and you're like, goodbye? Don't you mean good night? I'm like, oh yeah. And then
going somewhere?
And then I said, this is what I said that creeped her out. I said, well, I'm saying goodbye in case I die in my sleep tonight. So,
isn't that just awful?
Yeah.
I mean,
what are you thinking?
Hey, and before I let you go,
yes, what?
I meant to do this on Monday's show, but we just didn't get around to it. We've been going through this list of movies. So Michelle found this list of the best movie reviews or the favorite movies of this famous movie critic that wrote for the New Yorker magazine for years. She's deceased now, right?
Oh, yes.
What was her name?
Pauline Kael.
Okay, and we've been going through Michelle had this like top 10 list, and we're kind of going through all these movies. And among the ones we watched, Mean Streets was great.
Oh.
We watched Mean Streets. That was fantastic. We watched, I have a list here. We watched His Girl Friday, which is an old like 1939 movie, and that was hysterical. And just the dialogue, it's like rapid fire. It was very well done. Oh, The Long Goodbye.
Any movies in the last 50 years?
No. Well, yes, absolutely. So The Long Goodbye was fantastic. I'd never seen the movie. And it was with Elliot Gould, and it was just a fantastic movie. We watched The Fury, that like supernatural horror movie, and that was certainly interesting. I had never seen The Fury. I've seen Firestarter with Drew Barrymore, but I never saw The Fury. So we watched that.
A lot of 70s movies, right?
Now, yeah. Well, that was kind of her heyday. That was kind of her shtick.
When did she die?
I think last Saturday. All right, so here's the deal. No, I don't know. All right, so
and the list came out Sunday, and we started watching her movies.
So the one we watched that I thought was just a mess, and she apparently loved this movie, Last Tango in Paris. Has anyone ever seen that?
I don't know that I've ever even heard of it.
Oh, come on. I've absolutely heard of that movie. Come on, Fester.
I kid you not. I don't think.
Last Tango.
I would not have heard of this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really big on movies from 1972. I mean, unless it's The Godfather, I don't know any movie from the early 70s.
If it was like Last Croissant in Paris, you would have known all about it.
Wait, Fester, funny you should mention that because this Marlon Brando is in this The Last Tango in Paris.
Yeah, Marlon Brando.
I just pulled it up. I see him there.
Yes.
I feel like I watched this movie when I was a kid with my mom.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie for a 7-year-old. Yeah. How about the butter? Did you like the butter in the butt scene? Did you like the butter in the butt? There's a butter in the butt scene.
Maybe she fast forwarded through that part. I'm gonna have to text her and ask her because it sounds familiar to me.
Last Tango in Paris.
I promise your mother would not watch this movie with you.
I hated that thing. I liked every movie on her list so far, but Last Tango in Paris was horrific.
There's a lot of.
You're very entertained by the butter up the butt scene.
Butter up the butt.
I mean,
what the hell?
I mean, you guys make it sound like it doesn't sound great.
Okay, you know what?
Parquet butter.
Got a lot of bad press and bad publicity. A lot of people boycotted it and protested it because of the perceived rape scene, sexual, violence or assault. That people perceive the scene to be sexual assault in nature.
Butter.
Yeah.
Michelle, I got to run.
The movie was also boycotted by the Iowa Butter Council.
Listen, it was banned in Italy. I mean, they collected every copy and wouldn't show it.
I can't believe it's not butter.
It's not.
All right, Michelle, I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, goodbye. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, my lovely wife, Michelle, with numerous items here on the MJ Morning Show today.
Speaking of butter,
Yes.
have you seen it's Iowa State Fair time, and they have a life-size Caitlin Clark butter sculpture?
What?
The Iowa State Fair.
Okay.
It's renowned for their butter sculptures.
All right.
Because, Iowa's a large dairy state, I guess.
Yeah, like we do our sand sculptures here.
Yeah.
So, because Caitlin Clark went to college in Iowa, they made she did go to college in Iowa, right?
Yes.
And they made a life-size, a 6-foot-tall Caitlin Clark butter statue?
This is their thing. They sculpt things out. They have like a butter sculpting competition.
I still think she got hosed by not going to the Olympics.
Eh.
She should have been on the women's Olympic team.
She's a rook. Listen, she'll be on the 2028 team in LA.
I hope so. I like Caitlin.
Name another WNBA player.
Oh, Griner.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Well, thank you very much.
Name a
Shut the
third.
hell up now.
Okay.
Shut the hell up.
Griner didn't make the
All right.
American team or the Russian
You
team.
want a third one?
Yeah.
Billie Jean King.
All right, I'll take that.
Martina Navratilova.
All right.
All right. We got to move on here. 8:49 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. This brings to a close over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Oh, I had I'll try to call him. Dave Legaretta. Laughing Dave Legaretta?
Right.
Make Dave laugh? Not laughing at this. I'm going to try to call him up. If not, I can tell the story. But Dave, what do you?
I just got a bunch of text messages for how much people appreciated the "I can't believe it's not butter" line.
Oh, really?
With the butter in the caboose.
Well, that's what we do around here, folks. That's what we do. All right. So, a non-laughing matter regarding our buddy Make Dave Laugh, Dave Legaretta, that happened to his son. You've got to hear. This is a warning.
Oh, Sydney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney had a little issue. Yeah, Sydney's okay.
Okay.
But the house is another story. All right, hang on. We got a lot of stuff. Oh, guess what's coming to an end? Thank God. I'm so tired. Well, it appears that the trend is slowing down or dying. Thank God. I have no interest in this. I'm just tired of hearing about it. So what is it? All right, that and a lot of stuff. We have the whole 9 o'clock hour to go, and it all starts next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. MJ Morning Show. Hush, hush. Yeah, hush, hush that. That is the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. And starting Monday morning, you have a chance to win up to $1,000 with the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. You listen, we'll tell you when to call in. You get to activate the Inflation Smasher centrifuge, and it'll start spinning, and then you push the button to smash out the glass box wherever the spinning inflation smasher is. We then see how much cash is inside that little glass box with the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher, and you could win up to $1,000. And it all starts Monday, about 8 o'clock, right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105 Standby. Looking forward to this. Anytime you have a contest where you have smashing sound effects, it's like Smuckers. With a name like Smuckers, it's gotta be good. With a name like the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher, it's gotta be good. Right? I got to get Dave Legaretta on the phone. You know Dave Legaretta. You might not know the name, but you certainly know Make Dave Laugh. Yeah. That's Dave Legaretta. And, well, he's got a non-laughing matter that I wanted to have you hear. And I thought it'd be better. He sent me a whole text on this with a picture. I'm like, holy crap. And I just thought that this was a good public service announcement. Hey, Roxanne, you can put this in the public file to show the FCC we're doing our diligence as broadcasters serving the community. All right, hang on.
Pass it along.
Yeah, let me call Dave quickly. 309.
More importantly, would this make a good web post?
You know, I think it would. I think it might. It actually might.
All right.
Yeah. Hang on. Calling Dave Legaretta. And again, this is not a laughing matter. No. Not a laughing.
If you listen carefully, you hear Joey B in the background.
I know. Dave, welcome back to the MJ Morning Show.
Oh, hey, good morning.
Dave, this is not a laughing matter.
No.
Yeah, typically we call you for... All right, but in this case, this is not a laughing matter.
No.
All right, Dave, where does your son live now?
Fort Worth, Texas.
Wow, I can't. How old is your son now?
He's going to be 32.
I remember he was like 12 years old chasing chickens in your backyard in South Tampa.
Yes.
I mean, seriously.
I mean, remember we went to the house and woke him up with the Vuvuzela
that's right.
wake-up call?
Yeah. You went to the house and you was dead asleep.
Dead asleep, and this was back when the Vuvuzelas, those stupid long plastic horns, and Fester goes in. We sneak in live on the air, and we're videoing this as well. I think it's on. I believe it's on YouTube.
I saw it a couple of months ago.
The video's on YouTube, and we woke. And he's how old now? 32.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's absolute insanity. All right, so Dave, this is a public service announcement. This happened at your son's house. Tell everyone what happened.
He was at home with his girlfriend. They were watching TV, and all of a sudden they started hearing like popping sounds.
What were they watching? Do you know?
What was that?
What were they watching on TV? Were they watching Chicago Fire?
I don't think it was the Towering Inferno.
Yeah, or Chicago Fire or something like that.
Dave, this is awful, Dave.
All right, so he's at home. He's watching TV with his girlfriend.
And they heard strange popping sounds, so they're like, what the heck was that? And he goes into the kitchen, like, everything's good here, but I smelled something burnt. He opens his kitchen door, enters garage, and he said it was nothing but a wall of black smoke, thick black smoke, and fire.
His garage is on fire.
Yes. He has a garage opener on the wall, but he says, I couldn't even step in there. So his girlfriend runs out. She goes to her car. She hits hers. They open it up, and nothing but smoke and flame is coming out. And neighbors notice it. 911's called. The fire department gets there. His 1-year-old Tacoma truck is in there charred.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and he's like, and he's freaking out. I was like, what happened? The firefighters get in there. They tear out the attic because, they got to do that to make sure there's not flames up there.
Yep.
And
so they're ripping down the drywall from the garage ceiling, right?
They tore down all that drywall.
Yep.
And then it says the source space that they could find best it was a battery charger for an electric lawnmower.
Oh, great.
Which is right by the truck. And the whole back of it started, the taillights melted out. And
Is the truck totaled, or can the truck be fixed?
they got an appraiser. They're coming out because I told him it may not be totaled. I mean, he just bought it a year ago.
Oh,
so
man.
He's like freaked out.
You know what? Hope it's totaled.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you do. You don't
No,
want
yeah.
a rebuilt car that's been through a fire.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I told him if it's safe, then it's all right. But I mean, if you're gonna have trouble with wire bundles shorting out,
Yeah.
You fix it
And
and
all
you
that
trade
sort
out
of
of it
stuff.
the next day.
Yeah. All right, so do they think by any chance that it was like a lithium battery on the lawnmower?
it's those damn lithium batteries you find in all sorts of appliances and stuff.
Yeah.
And this was a quality lawnmower too he had, and it was charging, and the thing must have shorted. And the firefighter says the fire is right there at the chargers where it originated. And I mean, it's not even that big. And it set. I sent you, a picture. It charred the entire garage.
The whole garage is blackened. Hey, by the way, Dave, thanks for sending me the audio. This is audio of Dave Legaretta's son's girlfriend racing out to the garage. Listen to this.
Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
Dave, what are you laughing at?
Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
It kind of sounds like that. She's from North Texas.
Yeah. Oh, Dave, listen, this is a public service announcement. So,
I mean, honestly, everyone out there, if you have these things in your house or in an attached garage, get them out of there. I mean, if they'd gone to bed and they were asleep,
oh, yeah.
God knows what would have happened when they wake up coughing and the whole house is engulfed.
This could have been a lot worse. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they weren't abusing the equipment. It was fairly new, and it still shorted out. And I mean,
Do you know who made the lawnmower? Which brand it was?
in the picture you can see it. I think it's a DeWalt.
Oh, great.
And I mean, it's a nice one. And he hasn't had it not even a year because he moved there not too long ago. And now, his truck may be totaled. His garage is destroyed.
Oh, you know what? I see the yellow and black plastic.
You see it? That's it.
Yeah, those are DeWalt colors.
The back of the car.
I like DeWalt. I got all my power tools are DeWalt.
Yeah.
I buy DeWalt power tools. I don't even need them, and I buy them because I like them.
You may have a time bomb in your garage.
No. I don't have any lawnmowers. I've got a drill. All right.
Don't you have a DeWalt toothbrush?
Yeah, I've got a DeWalt toothbrush.
Really, really cleans well.
Yeah. It's a weed whacker toothbrush combo. They just came out with it. All right. Dave, thanks for coming on, man. It's always great to have you on.
Alrighty, and y'all take care.
You too. Dave Legaretta.
Glad his son is okay.
Yeah, and his son's okay. The Toyota Tacoma. I'm looking at hey, Fester, look at this thing. Here's you know what, folks, I'm going to hold this up to MJ TV right now. This is Dave Legaretta's son's garage.
Oh, man.
Look at this. And you can see the yellow and black lawnmower right there. And you can see the firefighter. Look at I think the Tacoma's red. Nope, it's black now.
So what's the lesson? What's the lesson with this? You can't store your
I think you don't leave
charger for your electric. Like, what do we do?
You leave it unplugged. I mean, I have one of these lithium battery chargers I have an electric mower also, and you leave it unplugged when you're not using it. If you and then keep your eye on it when you do use it.
But also the issue is some of these electric cars with these jillions of lithium-ion batteries as well. There was a recent story. Time is at 9:12 here at the MJ Morning Show. Fester, Google this, and all you have to do is type in Mercedes electric car fire, I believe South Korea. And there was just this crazy story and there's like a reconsideration of whether they should allow battery-powered cars in these parking garages at apartment complexes. Did you find it?
August 1st, a fire appeared spontaneously.
Yeah. All right, hold on a second. Let me grab the internet from here. I got it. All right. Here we go. South Korea holds emergency meeting as EV fires stir consumer fear. This is a Reuters story from 2 days ago. Seoul, South Korea, Reuters. South Korean officials met on Monday to discuss electric vehicle safety and whether to require car firms to disclose battery brands amid growing consumer concern after an EV blaze in an underground parking garage extensively damaged an apartment block. The fire on August 1st, which appeared to start spontaneously in a Mercedes-Benz EV. Yeah, Mercedes got a huge problem also because Mercedes, they put so much of their efforts into EVs. Mercedes went overboard and they built like a ton of EVs and they slowed down production on the other like gas-powered vehicles. Mercedes went like all in.
So supply issues are all
oh
messed up?
my God. Mercedes is choking on EVs that are not selling. Yeah. And now you got this terrible story where underground garage fire started in a Mercedes EV. So the fire started spontaneously in a Mercedes-Benz EV parked below residential parking building, rather. Took 8 hours to put the fire out, destroying or damaging about 140 cars and forcing some residents to move to shelters because they couldn't stay in their apartments. Can you imagine that?
No.
I mean, that's one of the issues. I mean, these are like the you don't know. I mean, listen, the bulk of electric vehicles do not spontaneously catch on fire. But it seems like a hell of a lot more are catching on fire versus just a traditional gasoline or diesel-powered ICE engine, internal combustion engine, ICE.
I mean, an ICE engine would never catch fire.
No.
Yeah. But what a crazy, crazy story. All right, thanks, Dave. I appreciate you coming on. Now, I'm glad that this maybe we're seeing a downturn. Maybe we're seeing the end of this frenzy. What happens this time of year, going into September, October? Oh, my God. This trend is possibly dying off.
Is it?
Hold on, Roxanne, I see your brain smoking.
Yeah.
I got Andrew, our producer, in the producer booth. Turn your mic on. Listen, he's clapping his hands.
Let's say it at the same time.
Listen, go ahead. Andrew, clap your hands. You just clap.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. You think you know, Andrew? I think I know.
I know.
All right, all together, what trend is dying down?
Pumpkin spice.
Yes.
Why didn't you say it too, Andrew?
He doesn't understand what altogether means. we didn't give him a countdown. We didn't give him a countdown. Roxanne just did kind of blurt, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, MJ did his hand. You didn't see MJ. He just did his hand signal. He signaled
That is
to
correct.
speak.
So pumpkin spice is correct. Pumpkin spice trend is dying off as Americans say they prefer these alternative fall flavors.
What? You don't think Starbucks is going to sell a bazillion gallons of pumpkin spice lattes this year?
I'm an alternative flavor. Tell me the alternative flavors. I think I like those better.
Salted caramel.
Oh yeah, that's coming on strong.
That's good.
Candy apple flavored.
Never tried it. I'll have to try that.
Okay.
Yep.
Cinnamon.
Yep. Dirty underwear.
I've tried that a few times.
No, cinnamon. So cinnamon's number one. Let me give you the list. So alternatives to pumpkin spice, it just got overblown. There's like pumpkin spice mouthwash from Listerine, pumpkin spice tampons. All kinds of stuff out there.
Everything you'd use for sanitary or bathroom needs, pumpkin spice, toilet paper.
Exactly.
It's all there.
Just too much pumpkin spice. Cinnamon is emerging as the new favorite. Yeah. Next on the list, like I said, salted caramel, then candy apple, pumpkin spice. I think we need to smite pumpkin spice. Pumpkin smite. So pumpkin spice is now fallen to fourth place. And then fifth place was a tie between maple and s'mores.
S'mores, okay, great. Little chocolate and marshmallow. That's a hard flavor to replicate.
It is. And pumpkin spice is too manufactured to me. It's too much of a fake. It's too much like a candle.
Yeah.
Right?
There's too
Rather
much
than
stuff.
a flavor that you eat.
You know, Roxanne, you live your life like a candle in the wind.
Do I now?
Yeah, it's like a pumpkin spice candle in the wind. And I'm sure you can go to like those candle, like Yankee Candle.
Oh, they've got that flavor everywhere.
I'm sure pumpkin spice candles are all over the place. Yeah. I have a hard time with those scented places, like the Bath and Body Works, the Crabtree and Evelyn, Yankee Candle. Just that kind of olfactory stimulation makes my head explode like that movie Scanners.
Yeah, the overload.
Yeah.
Don't go to the Grand Floridian, the Bath and Body Works there. Oh, I felt like you in that store.
What do you mean? They have a Bath and Body Works inside the hotel?
Yeah, they do. Is
Yeah.
it Bath and Body? I think it's one of those places, one of the big places.
What is it, like a mall in there? What
You can
Yes,
make your
they've got
own soaps and candles
Yep.
in there.
What do they have? At Aunt Annie's Pretzels in there too?
I wish.
That one is strong.
That's what I want. I want Aunt Annie's scented candles.
Well, guess
Candles.
what?
Yeah.
Funny you should say that. You're
Yeah.
making jokes. Did you know there's an Aunt Annie's perfume? $20.
You know what? I think didn't we talk about this?
No, we talked about the Fefe for your dog.
Which one?
Fefe,
The dog perfume.
the dog perfume.
By
Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah.
Oh, Dolce D&G. They just put it D-O-G, Dolce and
Yeah.
just take the ampersand out and make it D-O-G
Mhm.
and not D-N-G. That's right, because they came out with some dog perfume for $100
Right.
or
But-
dog cologne, whatever.
Oh,
But
look
for
at
like-
this. Eau de pretzel.
Look, there it is.
Need.
It's called Need, but was
Need.
spelled with a K.
K and like kneading dough.
hmm
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, that is a tantalizing scent if I've ever smelled one. When you walk into the mall, Aunt Annie's fills your nose.
Yep.
Or
All
Auntie
right.
Anne's.
When we get back, it's the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Hey, congratulations to St. Petersburg. You're now the 7th worst in the country.
All right.
All right.
Woo!
Yay.
St. Pete.
All right. So what is it? What is St. Pete the 7th worst in the country in? I'll tell you next. Plus a whole lot more because we've got a final chunk that we got to fill up in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. Stand by. MJ Morning Show on Q105, MJ and the crew, 928. Don't forget, the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher launches on Monday morning. So Monday morning, right around 8 o'clock, you'll have a chance to call in and activate the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher. You push the button, it is going to start spinning. The Inflation Smasher. And then you push the second button, and then it's going to smash out a glass box on the wall. And then we see how much cash is in the cash wall with the MJ Morning Show Inflation Smasher, and you could win up to $1,000.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah,
All
it sounds violent, but fun.
I have an answer, MJ, a potential answer, a possible answer.
Answer on what?
To a question we had earlier in the show.
What is a question we had earlier in the show?
Why did we talk about Dreamweaver?
Because we were talking about traits of highly intelligent people.
Okay, right.
Yeah, earlier in the show, we had the story about 7 traits that people with high IQs have.
Okay, right.
Yep.
And you played Dreamweaver. You thought you were playing the song, but instead you played Dreamweaver, and then lightning crashes, right? Remember? So it was like only like a 5-second clip. It was Dreamweaver, and then it had like the Gilligan's Island, and you kind of scolded Andrew. He probably took it off your sound effect wall.
It was on my sound wall. Now it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew can find it again, I'm sure. However, Juan, very, very active and loyal and astute MJ Morning Show listener.
No, I don't want that one.
That's the one that I'm talking about. That's the Dreamweaver, and then the lightning crash.
Oh, okay, yeah. That okay. Here,
then there's the long song.
I hear.
And you said,
"Oh, why did we have Dreamweaver with the lightning sound effects?
Right.
Because I forgot why we had that."
Juan sent me
remembered.
And Juan said to me, hey, do you want to know? And I was like, yes, Juan, I do. And he said it was because that's when we met Thundra.
Oh, Thundra.
Oh,
yes.
that's right.
That's right. The dream interpreter, Thundra.
Who we haven't.
That's right. That's right. And
so,
yeah, but let me play the Dreamweaver without.
When we had Thundra on the show, which we haven't talked to her in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah, you know what? I don't. I'll try to reach out to Thundra, the Dreamweaver, and see why she hasn't been calling us or offering up her service. Hope she's still alive.
Well, why wouldn't she be?
She's in all kinds of kooky stuff, I think.
I never say that about anyone if I haven't talked to someone.
I don't know.
I haven't talked to so-and-so. Hope they're still alive.
Hey, guess what? Congratulations, St. Petersburg, Florida.
Woo! St. Pete.
Yeah, buddy. St. Pete is now the 7th worst in the country for this. Do you know?
Oh, God. Homeless encampments.
Getting warmer here.
Okay. What, beggars on the street? I shouldn't call them beggars.
It has to do with the street.
Prostitutes?
No, it is 7th worst commute in the United States.
I was really hoping for prostitutes.
So if you're driving in St. Petersburg, if you notice that traffic is getting thicker and you're getting delayed more and it's taking you more time to commute, it is because St. Petersburg is now the 7th city in the country with the largest increase in average daily commute time.
I didn't see that coming. I mean, I didn't know that was I just didn't picture it like a thick traffic, congested area.
Most of the homeless in St. Pete just walk to the corner. They don't have
The average St. Petersburg, Florida driver spends 52.6 minutes a day on their commute. It used to be 44.4 minutes on average just 10 years ago in 2014.
I mean, dude, look at the bridge, man. A lot of people live in St. Petersburg or Pinellas County and work in Hillsborough. I mean, both ways it goes, but, you know, a lot of people travel to Tampa for work.
And traffic has just exponentially increased, especially after COVID, the explosion growth around here. You know, traffic is a mess. And why do places back up? You know, why is it? It doesn't matter when the hell you're there. Why on 275, northbound at Armenia? Remember they rebuilt 275 all through from downtown south toward the bridge.
Yeah.
And they have the huge project. They lifted it, they raised it, and it was supposed to be, we're going to fix the backup problem.
No
difference. They haven't.
No difference. Newer road.
I think part of it was that people couldn't see ahead, that it would go up and down, and that was adding to. So they tried to even out 275 in Tampa. So in between the Howard Franklin Bridge, West Shore District, and downtown, and it is still a mess. And it most times of the day you get on, and I'll say getting on at West Shore, for instance, and it is just jacked. The traffic is just a mess. And then as soon as you get close to downtown, it seems to open up. But what is it? Why is it all jammed up? It's inexplicable. Suffering succotash.
You know, one person taps their brakes and it's a chain reaction of 50 cars behind them.
It's a mess. So, hey, congratulations, St. Petersburg.
Woo!
7th worst commute in the country, according to new research.
Hey, next year,
yay,
go for number 1, St. Pete.
Hey, I have an update.
What is it?
Do you remember the 2 girls that were drugged down in Mexico?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry to sound excited about that.
Yeah, you're all excited about people getting all roofied up with their drinks or something.
Lively with the inappropriate reaction.
Oh, yes,
I love a good roofie.
Oh, tell me more.
Yes, I love a good drug drink. Yeah. Anyway, there were 2 Oklahoma college students that we talked about. Was this late last week, maybe? And these Oklahoma college students, they were apparently drugged with fentanyl at a Mexican resort. And guess what? Now there is speculation that they were drugged in order to traffic their organs. So I mean, would they have been killed? I would imagine.
I mean, they can wake up in a bathtub full of ice?
No, well, that's that old urban legend that the guy picks up a woman in a bar and then wakes up in the bathtub in ice in a bathtub, and there's a
lipstick message on the mirror. Call 911.
Yeah, call 911 on the mirror.
Maybe that's what Doug was trying to do to me yesterday. Get my kidneys.
And then the person moves, and then they see stitches on the side, and their kidneys were stolen after they were like drugged at a bar. But now, I mean, that's like an old urban legend thing, but maybe not so much.
We did get a good look at your kidneys in that bikini top.
Now
you could see them all.
Now there's belief that these 2 Oklahoma college girls, that they were drugged and they may have been targeting for trafficking, could be sexual, or having their organs stolen out of their body and then sold.
Wow.
How much is a Mexican liver going for?
Would you like a Mexican liver?
Yes. Si, senor.
I got a liver here for you.
Do you guys eat liver, by the way? I mean, not human, not you're not.
I mean,
cannibals.
I've had like duck liver. I've had I've had pate.
Okay, chicken liver.
I've had pate. I've had chicken liver. I enjoy liver worse.
I don't go out of my way for liver for the most part. If I'm doing an omakase experience, and there's like some fish liver that is at high end omakase places in Japan or if in New York. Sometimes you'll get a liver from a fish in an omakase experience.
Yes.
I don't know about. We've got a couple of omakase places. You've got the what's the omakase place in downtown St. Pete?
Oh my God, omakase.
No. Open up another window. You've got because I've been there. I've been there, and it was good. I enjoyed it. There's a omakase place. It's like on I don't know, second or third down in St. Pete. What's the name of it? Yeah, I haven't been there in a while. Sushi Show Rexley, and I had a very good experience there. I thought it was good. Sushi Show Rexley for Japanese omakase. That's where omakase in Japanese translates roughly into trust me, trust the chef. And you just go there and they just serve you all these different types of fish. And that's what I'm a purist. You're not going to find me eating like a fried cream cheese crab leg. That's not. I don't get these crazy rolls. I'll get a tekamaki, which is a tuna roll. That's like as far as I go.
I want to do a roll for you and jam some avocado cream cheese, spicy mayonnaise, and tempura chips in it to really make it delicious.
That's not sushi. Stop it. Making me hurl over here. No, I'm a purist when it comes to sushi. And I've been to the Sushi Show Rexley, but I've never had like the fish liver there. I don't know if they do it. And I have not yet been to the omakase on Palm, right down from Roca, across from Armature Works. You have this new omakase place. It's Kosen, and I've been dying to try Kosen, but I just haven't made it there yet. They do apparently a top quality omakase as well. So, but liver. What are you laughing at?
I love
Dude, this is a discussion show. We go off into different areas.
It's not a discussion show. It's like the drunk driving discussion show.
It is not the drunk driving discussion show.
We're talking about people possibly having their organs.
All right, well, let's talk about chimps.
The flow chart was people having their organs harvested in Mexico.
Into fish
liver.
liver.
So Roxanne asking if we eat liver. To you talking about Japanese food for 90 seconds.
How is that not a nice segue?
No, I'm just following
it's called a conversation.
I'm following the flow chart.
All right. Let's talk about chimps.
Let's.
Why? What is the show? Well, hold on. On this page over here, next, there you go. There is apparently this new HBO documentary out.
What is this?
It's called Chimp Crazy. And I saw this story, and the headline is HBO's Chimp Crazy is bananas.
See what they did there?
Oh, man, I saw what they did there.
All right, so here's the teaser, the trailer?
Yeah, roll back to the beginning. There's a new documentary out called Chimp Crazy. Roll it. Play it.
Tonka and I just found each other. And Tonka loved me as much as I loved Tonka. It was meant to be. It was just natural. It's like your love for God. Yeah. And I'll do anything to protect that primate. Anything.
What's going on here? There's like a police raid.
They raided her place.
Oh, okay.
That fight over chimpanzees should be
The chimpanzee lady now making national news.
They're going to have to bring sheriffs, and they're going to have to bring everything that they can. I would give anything that I had possession-wise up for that child. I would give my life for him.
What's going on? Did they take her chimp?
And that's exactly what I did,
What?
to be honest.
What?
And she's in this pink room,
Bonkers for
and there's a
Tonka.
baby chimp crawling on her?
What the hell? Chimp Crazy comes out on August 18th on HBO and Max.
Is this like the chimp Lion King?
I don't know.
She runs a farm and she gets raided?
What is this about? I'll tell you what, I'm in after seeing the story and then the trailer. I got to know what's going. This is it's bananas. Chimp Crazy, August 18th on HBO and Max.
She calls herself a chimp mom. She has multiple grown chimpanzees.
But did cops raid her place and take her chimp?
I guess in the middle of this documentary, she gets raided and it's all caught on film.
My God, so there's a big chimp conflict. All right, apparently, Andrew, turn your microphone on. Andrew, what have you determined on this chimp lady?
I don't know a lot of details. There's three that she is a nurse turned exotic animal broker. So I don't know if they're suggesting she was illegally brokering some
chimps
or whatever exotic animals that they
Wow.
needed to raid it.
Tell you
We'll have
what,
to watch and find out.
Caught my attention.
What
I'm
was
interested.
That chimp's name was Tonka.
You say chimp stain?
Chimp's name.
Chimp's name. Chimp's name.
Name.
Speaking of Tonka, the chimp,
Yep.
one of the gorillas at Busch Gardens just passed. Tinga,
Oh, it's sad.
Yeah.
How old was Tinga?
19 years old.
That's a good. But chimps a lot of times last into their 30s. Isn't Bubbles still alive at like 82?
I
I think Bubbles is out in like
Lake Wales or something?
like Polk County or something.
Yeah, Bubbles I think is like in the 40s.
Yeah,
but
Michael Jackson's chimp Bubbles is at like a refuge for chimps in I think Polk County or maybe Highlands. It's somewhere not far from here. All right, moving along.
to this day,
Yep.
I do believe that the MJ Morning Show has the greatest chimp story ever.
Which one is that?
Don Richards.
Oh, well, that wasn't a chimp. That was an orangutan.
Doesn't matter. Any primate story. I'll put all primates in the same category for the sake of this story.
So
I love telling it.
Don Wrongcart Richards.
Great guy.
Great guy. A news guy at FLA for radio for years. He's since passed away. Also, the late great Martin Giles, one of the best I've ever worked with in this business, if not the best.
So Martin took a vacation.
Yeah, Martin did news for us on FLZ on the old MJ Morning Show when we used to work over there, and Martin was on vacation. Don Richards was filling in, and something happened that morning. And I said, you know what? I wish somebody could bring an orangutan to the studio. And sure enough, someone called up and said, yeah, I live out in Wauchula. I got an orangutan. And they drove their orangutan to the studio. Like Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah.
Like what were those movies? Any Which Way But Loose or whatever. So this person walks an orangutan into the studio. The orangutan climbs up on the chair, sits in front of a microphone. I mean, this is classic. This is like what? Probably 20 years ago, right? And it's news time. The orangutan gets off the chair because that was the Don Richards news chair. So Don Richards sits on the chair and just, oh my God, what's going on? It's all wet over here. The orangutan peed all over the chair, and Don Richards sat in the orangutan pee.
These radio station chairs have a very dense foam bottom. It's absorbed right into them.
This orangutan apparently dumped like a gallon worth of monkey pee.
Oh, that's disgusting. Where does it stand compared to cat pee? Worse or more disgusting?
Hysterical. Bubbles is in Wauchula. Funny you should say that town.
Yeah, you know what? It's Wauchula. Yeah.
So the Center for Great Apes in Wauchula is where Bubbles has been since 2005.
Didn't you contact them because I said I wanted to go by and see Bubbles?
I made an outreach to them, and they politely said that Bubbles does not.
They said go away. Bubbles does not see visitors.
No.
Yeah.
You keep saying the word properly, and I have to confess that I always accidentally say, you know what I say?
What?
Orangutan.
Yeah, orangutan.
I always want to say tang, orangutan.
I say.
Am I the only one who has that problem?
I say poontan also.
How do you say that one, Rock?
I don't say that one.
All right. So, all right. Final minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. A couple of celebrity things. You know who Bowen Yang is?
I don't know. Is there anything to do with an orangutan?
No, it does not.
Orangutan Yang?
Do you know who Bowen Yang is?
No.
I'm not happy with Bowen Yang. Bowen Yang is the Asian dude on Saturday Night Live. He was the first Asian ever on Saturday Night Live. Funny guy. You know, I like, for the most part, the little characters he plays. But I'm not happy with Bowen Yang. Let me tell you why. So Bowen is on some kind of podcast or something, and he's talking about one of the celebrity guests, one of the hosts on Saturday Night Live was so mean, made some of the staffers cry, like during table reads and they're trying to go over the skits. So he tells this story that one terrible SNL host once made multiple cast members cry.
Who was it?
He doesn't say.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah,
that sucks. All right, so you're going to tell us that, but you're not going to tell us who the person was that made staff members cry. I have zero use for that. You kind of tease us, you pull us in, and then, but I'm not going to tell you.
Because we're all going to make guesses, and we might be guessing the wrong person and thinking it's got to be so-and-so.
That ticks me off.
Yeah.
Hey, a couple of Tom Cruise things. You know what's really heating up? The questions about Tom Cruise's face and what's going on with more of the rounder, puffier, almost like moon face going on with him. Something's happening. So people are questioning, what's he doing? What's going on there? He's lost his like thinner, chiseled face. But it seems to be just more than the fact that he's 62. It seemed like he had normal Tom Cruise face just a couple of years ago. But it's puffier. It's almost like, I don't know whether he's on prednisone or something or what.
I've seen this happen with people who've done this.
Yes.
I think he got a facelift, but they plumped him up with a lot of filler while they did it.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of a look that you get.
And the other thing with Tom Cruise is that he's worrying people with his outrageous stunts and that he's doing a lot of these stunts himself, which, some of them are truly spectacular. But friends and colleagues and folks in the industry are worried that some of these stunts are becoming increasingly risky. He's in his 60s, and that his stunt luck might run out. So
he's addicted to stunts. That's Tom. He's always been that way.
That's the only way for Tom Cruise to go. Let him fall off of a plane as he's trying to hang on to a wing as it's taken off over a fire pit.
All right.
Over a fire.
Yeah, over a volcano.
Flavor Flav is giving a clock to Jordan Childs. Flavor Flav had a bronze clock. He's the Public Enemy guy, the hype dude. That was also the hype dude for
the polo team.
Was it the
women's water polo?
Was it the water polo team? Yeah, women's water polo team. And with the gymnast Jordan Childs being stripped of her Olympic bronze medal, apparently Flavor Flav is giving her a bronze clock to put around her neck. All right.
Thanks, Flav.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, and Ellen DeGeneres. I'm not an Ellen fan. I just find her to be too, cutesy wootsy. Everything.
I find her to be too mean.
Yeah, well, mean to staff allegedly. Right. I don't know. I wasn't there to see it, but Ellen DeGeneres has sold her California home for $96 million. Wow.
Good for her.
That is.
Who bought it?
Some mining magnate. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be, you're like billionaire level when you're buying $100 million house.
Ellen DeGeneres, the whole cutesy, and the other, Steve Harvey. His whole act is just wearing on me with, the surprise face and everything. I'm just, come on.
Steve Harvey's a national treasure.
I'm sorry.
Hey, did I tell you I saw Steve Harvey when I was in Italy?
Did he go, ooh? Did he?
He was on the docks at Capri.
I think you did tell us.
Oh, very nice. I think you did. So a brush with stardom. We got to roll, folks. 9:51 at the MJ Morning Show. My email, my private email, if you ever need to get a hold of me, I'm MJ at MJMorningshow.com. My Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. I'm going to shoot a video of my neighbor's. It's not my neighbor. It's in my neighborhood. I'm going to shoot a video of this neighborhood lawn that was destroyed. And, of course, I had my Instagram story where they took down my original post and they slapped me on the wrist for inappropriate behavior. Yeah, I'm going to shoot a new video within about an hour and post it up at Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. Give me a follow while you're there, folks. Have a great one. See you tomorrow. MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.
The